on today?
I don't know.
Bit on Mephisto.
No, he had enough of that other podcast. I know my
Yeah.
parents
Oh.
love
Oh, that's a
me.
nice mod. That's a nice mod. Is that a Bayonetta mod? Oh, that's dope.
Yo, did you see the
They
message
need
I
to
just
do
sent you?
that.
I sent you that message. Did I show you that? You just,
Oh,
I mean,
that's dope.
this nigga.
My bad, bro. I'm over here. We been out and shit. I think they got a Bayonetta mod for the girl in Go to Girl. You know, the hair attacks, which makes sense. That's dope. You said you sent a message. Where you sent to that, bro?
Yeah,
Text
text.
with the car. Yeah, I seen. I seen.
Did you
I
read
didn't
it?
really
You
look at
read
it
the
though.
you read the caption?
Nah, I ain't read none of it. I just saw naked person on top of a car.
Yep.
Moment half naked woman plunges from balcony while having sex before landing on the car roof and survives the horror fall.
They
Yo,
showed that
how
she
the
was.
hell? Oh, so he was hitting it while she was on the balcony and
Yeah,
pushed her over.
she slipped right off.
She's one lucky woman. She got right up, huh?
No, that was her falling.
Oh, so she fell on her feet.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Her feet went right into the moon roof.
Hold up, what am I
There's a
looking at
video.
here?
There's a video too.
Oh, it's a video?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's lucky though. Did she survive?
Yeah, that's what she fell on her
Wow.
back.
Okay, so they freeze framed that shit. It looked like she was standing on top of the car.
No, no, she fell. Her leg, her legs went right through the
Her
sunroof.
legs probably said blue gook.
She said
Oh,
she fell quick too. Bam! Y'all said, damn.
yo, that roof like kind of like broke her fall though. You see how like it gave.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, you know.
She rode off and then she walked away and shit like that, y'all. Could you
Oh,
imagine?
yeah, she good. Damn, that's adrenaline, bro.
Her boyfriend ran downstairs and was like, "You okay? Yeah, my back, my fucking back." That puts a new definition on blowing your back out. So, welcome to the PlayStation culture. No, I'm playing. That ain't happening. Welcome to the No Filter Podcast. I got myself all confused. Huh?
Meat to feet. That's a new one
No,
for
no,
all
no,
my
no, no.
homies.
Why are you breaking up
Fetish.
like that? I mean,
Oh,
it may be
so I'm
me.
breaking up.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. Go
Mm-hmm.
continue on. Let me make sure everything copacetic.
No, for me, I'm good. It's a different world. Mm-hmm. She is not as scant. And where you come from. Anyway, welcome to the No Filter Podcast. And today we have something interesting, a couple of things that are interesting to talk about here. As you can see on the upper right hand side of the screen, Kenna is better than Ratchet and Clank. That's our first topic. The second thing we're going to be talking about is just the virtue signaling in the industry. It's very irritating. Stuff about was it Project Eve? That shit's super annoying. And then the last thing we're going to be talking about is Microsoft's poor studio. We're going to be talking about it. Oh, there we go. Just making sure I was there. Shit, relax. Yeah, Microsoft Studios poor quality, man. That's the craziness of it, yo. Their quality is really bad. Either way, let us begin. I'm waiting for Lawrence here. I
Hey man,
shouldn't.
what's up? What I
I
sound
should.
like though?
I should never say nothing, man. You sound.
Pause.
You
What I
sound.
sound like though?
You,
Pause.
you don't. You're not breaking up, so
That's what's up.
that is what it is. But anyway,
I
let's.
was on Wi-Fi, so I think
Mm,
that might have been an issue
mm,
there.
mm, mm. So
Pause.
so I want to say this. There's a guy in the manosphere, right? You know, I would say he's the pretty boy type dude and shit like that. You know what I mean? But he's always talking about how men are getting shafted. Pause. Shitted on.
Pause.
Shut up! I caught it. God. Up to
I,
pause. So.
you was on point that time. You was on point, but it was just a reaction, a reflex.
But yeah, like he he would do these videos. He would kind of comment on Kevin Samuel stuff. He would just do videos of his own content.
Mhm.
And he was talking about how he met somebody that he haven't seen in years, and that person was bald, and they used to go to the gym and everything like that. Come to find out that the guy that he knew for years that he hadn't seen in years had cancer, and he was just saying how crazy that is. You know how things can turn real shitty. The same thing. Well, today he ended up saying that he has cancer, testicular cancer.
It's a
So
bad break.
it's a bad break. The moral of the story is make sure you guys are balancing your work and life. Because I know a lot of people do this whole grind. It ain't promised. And I know we had that conversation, Lawrence. You know, you
Yep,
knew somebody and they passed away. It ain't promised. You better balance that shit out. I keep
that's on
telling people
facts.
that. I keep telling people that. There's this dude. Remember, I was at that beach or whatever, and I was telling him, he was like, he had that, that arthritis situation where he couldn't walk. It was his body is basically eating at his joints. And I was kind of telling him, like, bro, like, I understand that you have a limited time and stuff like that, but you got to balance your life, dude. You can't be working. You burn yourself out. Either way, sorry to make it so horrible at that moment, but I listen. I get it. But we want to move on to these topics today. It's going to be a lot lighter, and I figured the first topic that we are going to talk about is Kenna, actually. Or Kana, excuse me. What is it? Bridge of Spirits or something like that? Is that's what it's called?
Yeah.
Fucking Alex
Yeah.
Battaglia from Digital Foundry was like, uh, Kana, Bridge of Darkness. I was like,
What? He said that for real?
mm-hmm.
What the hell?
He saw
What's
them
going on
black.
with
He
him?
saw them little black things too.
I heard somebody mention him today. It was listening to a podcast. I immediately cut it off. Like I'm sick of hearing digital foundry shit. I didn't even care to know what it was about.
I actually liked the video.
I didn't even check it out.
He
I
was talking.
just
He was talking about the tech. He was talking about the technical prowess of the game.
hmm.
I actually liked the video because it was no nonsense. You know what I mean?
On
It was
PC.
just
He checked it on PC, right?
he
Because
checked
he a
him on
PC.
he checked it on PlayStation 4 Pro,
Okay.
uh, the PS5 two of the versions, and then the PC, and how they correlate and just the engines quirks and stuff like that. Which it was just straight to the point, no fanboy word. I get it. You try to make your money, right? It's better for you to just kind of not say anything and do your little console fanboy shit. You know what I'm saying? Do you, but don't run on Twitter talking about something. I don't know why you treat me this way. You know exactly what you're doing. So, but that one was in particular was a pretty good video. It was a decent video. So I got to give it to Digital Foundry.
Check him out. See
You know
what's
what I
going on
mean?
with that.
So it was pretty cool. But they did mention that the resolution for the performance mode for PlayStation 5 for Kano is around like 1200 to 1400p. Um, and it has some sort of reconstruction that's built into Unreal. But I couldn't tell the fucking difference. You know what I'm saying? They just the regular mode, the quality mode, is
Right.
indeed 4K and it doesn't drop frames at all. And they
Right.
have more foliage. Who commented? Was it you or just you
Me.
or?
That's me. That's me letting everybody know we here.
Oh yeah, we here. We're alive. We're queer. No, I'm playing. No, we're not. We're not.
Pause. Pause.
Pause. You saw the message I sent you. The last
Damn.
message. The Ayo.
Yeah, yeah, I seen that shit. Yeah. I'm saving that shit.
Hey,
Hey,
fucking
motherfucker,
yo.
yeah. Is it hey fucking yeah? That's some state New York shit, bro.
Oh, I ain't down for that book stick.
That's some
So,
state New York shit.
so yeah, what we're going to be talking about is just Sony's just continual quality of games.
Hmm.
They had a little bit of mishap. Me and Magnificent Black was talking about how we felt about Ratchet and Clank, and that how we believe that Kana is better than Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I mean, it's funny because talent is talent is talent is talent. You know what I'm saying? It's a $40 game made by what? Fucking 10, 15 people. First game out the gate, and you know how to make a game like that. You there?
Yeah, I'm here, fam. I'm
Damn,
letting you get your
that voice canceling crazy. I
shit
ain't
real.
hearing nothing. That shit was careless whisper. But yeah, we believe honestly that Kana is it's first of all it's a gorgeous game. It he says Cap, who that? Yo.
Look at that, King.
Yeah, that was kid, yeah. It
Yeah,
was
me and King was talking about this shit earlier. He got like a prelude to it. I told him, I said, man, you should go through. Though. I'm sure Josh would like to hear your tape. Bro.
absolutely. He should walk
I
right
told
the
him to
fuck on. Yeah.
come through, nigga.
No, because I mean, honestly, like I didn't even think too much of it, but as I kept playing it, it was like it gives you a challenge. It gives you reason for exploration. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you just like okay. So in Ratchet and Clank, do you have reason to go off the beaten path?
They don't give you much reason. I mean, it's some stuff that's there. They got like little armor pieces and shit. It feel really on the rails. And I was talking about it, bro. It's like it's not a bad game in any sense,
It's
right?
not.
It just don't feel like it's doing anything where I was like, wow. Like the graphics are wow, but I'm talking about the gameplay, the action shooting. And he was talking about the weapons. I was like, yeah, but some of those weapons are returning weapons from other games, and then like I did like what's the one weapon where you teleport the fucking Horizon weapons and all the different cameos from the other games and shit. That's cool. They did some cool things with that. But I'm looking for things like new that affect the gameplay. You know what I'm saying? And what kind of I feel like they had a good balance between gameplay and graphics. You know what I'm saying?
And
It just don't feel
exploration.
like
You know what I
yeah, the
mean?
exploration's there. The shit's fucking
And it's
pause.
and it,
It's cute with the little animals. It feel like I'm playing a Disney movie, but it feel like it still got the action in there. It gives me a challenge when I'm fighting. You know what I'm saying? It does everything well. I feel like you know what I'm
the
saying
sound
so far.
effects are really nice too. They may not be as mixed as a typical, AAA game,
Right,
but
right. Yeah,
it's
something is
still
definitely
the
still
sound effects they have is really nice. I like when they hit the barrier. That should make that fucking big ass rubber ball sound, almost like we used to do it. We had it in middle school and high school. Them fucking
talking about
large,
the dodgeball joints.
yeah, the dodgeball looking thing. Kind of makes that
Yeah,
sound a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah. Shit sound hollow and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. That shit is so cool to me, y'all. And then just the puzzles are pretty cool in there. It's a lot of I shouldn't say it's a lot, but there's a really good mix of gameplay. You either
Fire too.
what you
That
say?
music hitting. That music was hitting for no reason. I think I was scaling the mountain trying to get. It's right before you get the arrow. The
Mm.
music is going in. I'm like, yo, why they going in on the music like that? I'm like, what's about to happen? It was
Look,
just the journey music, bruh. I was like, yo,
but you
I was like,
hey,
yo, this is
fucking
crazy.
yo.
Fucking yo, bro. They were just going in for no reason, bro. I said, let me catch this footage real quick. I had to get the last 3 minutes. You know what I
it,
mean? Just
it's
have it in there.
it's so tuned to the visuals that
Yeah.
it almost goes unnoticed, and then all of a sudden you do that little Jay Z gif. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? You listen,
That sideways head bop. Oh,
you try to get into it, like, wait a minute, hold
man.
up. So, guys,
Jamming for no fucking reason. Like, bro, I'm just climbing up a mountain. Why y'all going in like this, bro? Pause.
it really it's a really nice game, and it just goes to show you, just fucking a team of like 10 or 15 shit, if it's even 20 people, it's talent over everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see myself platinum, platinuming the game because of how the game is. It's just fun. I would like to platinum the game. You know what I mean? And it's a surprise hit. It's a total surprise hit for me. I was gonna be like, I could just run around and shit like that. They took, yeah, go on.
I think we should hit them up with the disclaimer, dog, because you got that clickbait ass title, and we did enjoy Ratchet and Clank, y'all.
I mean,
we just
you can
we
enjoy.
just wanted to shed some light on Kenna because Kenna is definitely fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? We enjoy both games, but we just saying that it kind of does some things. It does things surprisingly well, where you can actually put it in the same room with Ratchet. In my belief, you know what I'm
It
saying?
doesn't have the quality control. It doesn't have the just the quality in terms of visuals and things of that nature.
Mhm.
But to me, it's a superior video game. You know what I'm saying? It just is. What is your best attributes for the game? What is your favorite things about the game?
So far, just walking around in the world, man. I love the environment. The environment's fire. The melee combat, that was a biggie for me. Almost with any game, I feel like you people when they go lazy on the melee combat, it just don't feel right, man. It's like how you got one aspect of it. Some things is understandable. It's just a shooter and you got guns. But if you're gonna have melee in there, make the melee good, or don't have melee at all. You know what I'm saying? Make a QTE if you're gonna go that route. You know what I'm saying? But if you have melee in there, have melee in there and make it good.
We're looking
Don't
at
put
you, Horizon Zero Dawn. Don't
uh
do that again.
and I promise I was gonna mention that today. So my dog King put it. I was like, bro, I'm gonna bring up HZD because they melee was trash.
I'm
And I
gonna
was making those comparisons earlier this week.
I'm gonna say this: as a person that
Yeah.
put for no reason at all put 2,000 hours in that game, no reason, no reason. It was trash.
Oh God,
It
great
had
game,
like
great
when
game,
you
great game.
right if you put it on a harder difficulty, melee was virtually there was no reason for it at all. It did nothing at that point.
Yeah, it does like no damage, bro.
But that goes to show you because we're talking really about the quality of Sony's first person like their first party games in general and how they foster talent. Now we like the exploration aspect of Kana, right? We like the melee. It's not anything crazy deep, but it's satisfying. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's satisfying, and all that good stuff. And just so if you there's story beats, and then there's the exploration beats where you have to find certain things to make the puzzle or whatever the case work. And it's not holding your hand too much. It ain't difficult, but it's kind of like it's not like weird video game logic where it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, Resident Evil 2 remake. I couldn't beat the fucking game level wise because I was supposed to turn the box around. Like, you never even told me that you had to do that. That was a mechanic that you had to completely inspect it. I just thought that you was just moving the shit around. Apparently, you could turn it around. There was some shit on the back, but they never
Mm.
told you in the manual you may have to inspect the item, like weird video game logic, or better yet, in what do you call that shit again? Resident Evil 2 remake. There was a thing where you had to turn on the electricity, right?
Yeah,
And I had the thing that goes inside the fuel box or fuel fuse box, right? But I was
yeah.
missing one item. Now, when I looked at it, it was yellow tape, kind of haphazardly, like closing the door of the fuse box. I needed a knife to tear the tape off.
You serious, bro?
I fucking kid you not,
I don't call that shit, dog. I
bro. I
play
was
Resident Evil
like,
2
I was like,
since the original.
are you fucking the original one because you couldn't control the camera. So
Right.
if there was something there, you know what I mean, you could just use your imagination. Maybe something like rusted it up or whatever. But the only thing they said that you needed the knife to cut the tape. I was just like, come the fuck on, tear that bitch off. So my point is, when you're playing Kana, the puzzles are they're logical. You know what I mean? You clearly need to move this over here or whatever the case is. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And it makes it for a decent flow of a game. You know what I mean? And then there's some things for your abilities that you're going to have to go off the beaten path to make things easier for you. Not just I'm just going to collect bolts and then run over here and then buy my way out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I didn't like about it.
Shots
It
fired. Ooh.
you know,
Shots.
and then I had to really put in the work.
Damn.
I'm just saying, I had to put in the work to find the stuff that I needed to upgrade my character. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't just me just going there and then getting the item. I had to do platforming to get to that, then level it up. You
Yeah,
know what
that's
I'm
one
saying?
thing. Yeah, they could have definitely had some more Jack and Daxter-ish platforming in Ratchet. They had some there, but it felt like it was easy. You know what I'm saying? Like you get through it one try, two tries. If you was unlucky, you know what I'm saying. If you missed something the first time, but it wasn't difficult at all.
They had a
And I
big area where you had the hover boots, right?
yeah,
And it wasn't really platforming. It was just hover boots that you use it to clear your way. Maybe jump a ramp. That's not platforming. Jumping a
Yeah,
ramp isn't platforming. That's not it.
like I like the platforming in Fist. Fist does platforming really well.
That's like
It's on a 2D
legitimate,
plane, you know what I'm saying? But I like the way that they do it. So it's just fire. Like Kenna does it pretty good too. You know what I'm saying?
and that's
It's
in the 3D space. So it's not. I mean, we know it's harder
they
to
do it
do it.
okay. And
It's
Kenna, the platforming is okay. I haven't really seen like anything to
it's
it's like, oh, it's difficult. It kind of felt on
no
the
no no.
rails, like
It's o-
chartish.
it's
You know what I'm saying?
okay, but it's a good
Yeah.
way of breaking it up, and it's not automated like Uncharted either.
Right, right. It's not boring. It's like I'm enjoying it. It's not. It don't get dull at any point. You're like, oh fuck, fucking, I
No,
got to
here we
scale this
go
shit.
again. Like
It's there. You know?
even in Horizon, it was fucking like who went out here and painted these fucking ledges?
Facts, bro. You little yellow legends,
Yo, ledges
tribal paintings to let you know.
I'm
Say,
like, all
hey,
right,
I'm
I
here.
get it, because like the biggest thing about Horizon is the combat, the arrow bow and arrow play. But
Right.
the reason why I made all this up, I said all this shit, right, is because they mentioned, and this is the quality of PlayStation games, that exploration was going to be huge in Forbidden West. You can climb any rock face in Forbidden West. You
Oh, that's
can.
lovely.
I don't know if you knew that. The only reason why
I
you
heard
had
about it, but then I saw the little yellow things. I like those are back then. I was like,
they are only there because there are day and night cycles in the game. You may
okay,
not know where to go.
well, that's what's up.
You do not
I know
need to
you.
do it. They said anyone, and just to get yourself acclimated to it, they want you to know. I mean, fine, have something to kind of make you learn how the game works. But they said anything, so you can literally climb a mountain because it's in your way, and then use your fucking like just like in Zelda, use a thing and just kind of like glide all the way down. That's fucking badass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure they had a little bit of a platforming thing in Horizon Zero Dawn where you can find like little items or whatever the case is. But the platforming was so like rudimentary, you know. But now you legitimately can do it. Not only that, but the melee has been upgraded to such a degree. I think I'm gonna read this to you. I don't know if you know this or whatever, but I'm gonna read this to you. Um, it's fucking crazy. I kept it. I was going to delete it. You know what I'm saying? But I want to make sure that Sony decides to kind of keep what they were going to do. Okay, so they mentioned about the weapon wheel, right? They said it allows players to carry ammunition on the fly. Modifications could be attached to weapons and outfits from a separate menu. There's a workbench in every city that specializes in specific, you know, attributes.
Wow.
Significant upgrades can be made to your equipment. And they said this, they said multiple settlements can be visited by Aloy. Go to settlements in order to access the workbench. From there, weapons and outfits can be upgraded for materials gathered throughout the world. So it gives you a reason to pillage the, the environment for resources. You know what I mean?
Village, that's a strong word, man.
Pillage.
Yeah, man.
Why? Their ancestors screamed when I said
Yeah, they got a negative connotation to
it.
it. You
The
know,
R
pillaging
word,
and
the
shit.
R word, and pillage. They say by investing time and resources by upgrading your items. They were like, yo, we don't want you to just be picking up items
Hmm.
like you did in Horizon, right? Just picking up peach twigs and shit. Like you have to really kind of go out and get medals and things of that nature. But not only that, but like the combat system, they said, you know what I mean? You have like fucking supers essentially. Could you imagine they took what is Kenna or Kana and just it's basically what Horizon Forbidden West is going to be is Kana, but on steroids.
Yeah, I seen a lot of. It definitely takes. Got some inspiration from that. From Horizon, of course, and damn, I
Zelda,
forgot
and
what game I felt like. Yeah, Zelda Ocarina of Time. That shit.
that's what
As
it
soon as the
feels
game
like.
starts, I had those vibes, bruh.
It felt
I felt
doesn't
like
it
a
feel
little
like a
fucking
rare
kid
game? It
playing that
feels like
shit,
a
bro.
rare game, right?
Yeah, it definitely had some rare swag to it. You know what I'm saying? It was straight nostalgia. I was like, yo. I was like, why? Oh, I feel like the atmosphere, the music, the way the music cues when you go to different areas, it's just I'm like, yo, this definitely got some Ocarina of Time vibes going in a good way. I wasn't hating on. I was like, yo, this is
Surely
fucking
was.
great.
It needed to be that way, and it gives you reason to really explore. I mean, I know we've been gushing about Kana for a while, but look, it's $40. All this talk about games being $70 and it's too
Yep.
much money. This is the game to get. This is the game to get. But you want to know something else as a side note, since we are on this topic. I'm so glad they didn't give review copies.
Ooh,
I'm glad.
I think that might have been the lost topic we were talking about, bro.
Well, fuck it. Let's, you know
That
what I
might have
mean?
been it.
Niggas,
Secret topic.
secret topics. What was that one song? I'm sorry, you made me think about that one song that we knew when we were
Yang Yang
kids.
Twins singing.
No. The old school.
Nigga was
You remember the Art of Noise? You remember that song? I mean that fucking that it was supposed to be like a sexual song.
Oh man, I think I know what you're talking about. The damn
Boop boop
some
boop
90s shit.
boop 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 boop
Yeah,
boop 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 boop. Yeah,
that shit.
fucking Jason. Yo, who could be fucking to that song and shit? Shit's like Jason is after you. You be like, what the fuck is that? How is that a love song, yo? How is that a sex song? Scary
Oh,
ass song, yo. The fuck? Oh, and that
yeah.
one song from the '90s too. I was scared of that song. Or maybe you know it, right? Yo, because me and Megan was like, oh, we be talking about music and shit, right? But you remember that '90s song? I'll be there every night to hold you and kiss you too. Did you remember that shit?
Nah, fam, you lost me on that one. Damn.
You don't know that one.
What do we sound like? Maybe because you be fucking up the voice sometimes.
I'll be there every morning, baby. Is that?
Nah, nigga, I don't know that one.
Hold on. Let me
You
find
be
it. Let me
trying to
find
put
it.
a manly voice on it. It be
Because
some high falsetto ass shit.
I ain't trying to do all that. You know, hold on. Let me
You be
find it.
scared to hit the notes and shit, nigga. Like, nah, I don't know that song. Nope. Nope.
Let
Think it the right way, nigga. Nope.
me see here. I'll
Yeah.
be there every morning. Oh, okay. Here you go. Hold on, wait. It's called Break for Love. That's what it's called.
Break for love. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look that shit up a little later, dog.
Because they had this one song in there where the girl was I guess she was getting, D down, and it's just like this,
Oh,
it was just really weird. She was It sounded like she was crying. That scared the shit out of me when I was younger.
some dude named Raze. Raz? Nigga named Raze, bro.
Anyway, as it's if you find that Rise, it's 3 minutes. Scary ass shit. Anyway, um, so yeah, I'm glad. I am so glad that they didn't get a review copy.
Nigga named Raze. Yeah, he deserved that shit.
They
He deserved
deserve
not
that
to get
shit.
that.
Not he, all of them.
Entitled ass.
Like not only that, but you tried to stir up controversy. I hope it wasn't because of this article on May 17th of 2019.
He trying to get some shine on that article too. Trying to get some
Um,
extra couple clicks.
he's
I
like,
blocked. I muted that nigga as soon as I saw that shit. I was like, "Yep, here you go. Thank you."
yep,
Nigga,
that's
add
what
it to my. I'm trying to get all them fuck IGN. All them motherfuckers is fucking muted. I don't fuck with nobody no more.
muted.
Niggas muted and blocked.
Yo,
Nigga.
muted and blocked. Report. Like what did Jemiah says? Reported and blocked.
Facts.
We should report it to motherfuckers. Mass reports. But yeah, like people thought it was, and everyone is so on the clock of Metacritic. It's celebrated, but also hated. It's only used for fuel. It's only used for fuel for your own argument. See, when Metacritic doesn't fit your narrative, then who gives a fuck about it, right? That goes for PlayStation fanboys too, right? I think that was the lost topic. I think it was.
I think something about Deathloop too. We
You
were
know what I
talking
mean?
about
Yeah, it was, man. I knew I should have wrote
yeah,
that shit down, but I thought it was going to be memorable enough to where I wasn't going to forget. And
yeah,
so much shit happened, and it kind of blended in. You know, Kano coming out too. But like on one end of the spectrum, you have Kano, where people are like, "Yo, it's an indie game. This is their first game. Nobody really knows what they can do, and there's no review games or review copies or whatever the case is." I don't know, man. But yet, with the same black ass lips, you sat there and was like, "Well, the review scores are bullshit. Everybody's paid." And then when Kana actually started getting really good reviews based off of its own merits, because they didn't pay anybody, all of a sudden talking about something. Oh man, this is low key. Feel like PS1, PS2 days. Kenna's getting great reviews. Make up your fucking mind. Is it legitimate or no? Metacritic. But then and
yeah.
more importantly, you have Deathloop. Now, Deathloop, for what they showed me, was not appealing from start to finish. And I would have never cared about what I stopped listening to. Now it's entertaining to look at Metacritic just in general. It's just a general consensus. I don't give a fuck what they say, the minutia of what they say. But I remember I stopped reading reviews like completely when they reviewed Vice City for the PlayStation 2. GTA Vice City. I was not a fan of that game. Shocking, right? I'm gonna tell you why I wasn't a fan. There's not a Michael Jackson or any of these 80s music was enough for me to turn a blind eye to terrible level design. It
Mm.
was literally a flat. I get Florida is flat. I get it, but I've seen I go to Florida frequently. Yo, what's going on? Oh, that's kitty cat. I'm gonna start
She in the
calling her.
chat.
I'm gonna start calling her Serena. Fighting evil by the moonlight. But no, the thing is, I've been to Florida a couple times. You know what I'm saying? So I know it could be hilly, but it was not fun racing away from cops in that game. The level design was just not that great. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that compelling. I didn't want a Scarface game. I just didn't. To me, GTA 3 was a better game because you had three different play styles per island. Not per island, from each island. So you had the industrial city, that was the first island, Portland. They had pretty big hills. If you wanted flat an environment, then you go to Staten Island.
Yeah.
That was the city. And if you wanted really crazy rural hills, then you go to Shoreside Vale. You know what I'm saying? So that it felt better. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't have it just to me. But I was reading what they were saying. Oh my gosh, GTA Vice City is such a revolutionary game that every game, including Japanese games, need to follow suit on. It's one thing, I have a stressful day and I come home and I turn on the game and I'm relaxed.
That was a long time ago, though. I don't think I was paying attention to reviews
I was,
much
you
back
know, you
then.
want to know why I was paying attention to reviews?
Mhm.
See, it was Tomb Raider reviews. You know, I'm a big fan of the old triangle titty Tomb Raiders. She's a what does that say?
Pretty
Dritty
D.
D?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know, man. Y'all got some secret language going on. What's up with that?
I don't know nothing about that there, boy.
Pause. She said D.
Pause.
Pause.
Pause first. Dirty Dana. Okay.
She said dirty D, yo. Pause. She trying to say you got herpes.
Oh, they got that clap back. Gonna clap back.
so
Gonna clap back.
um yeah, every time when they first released Tomb Raider, the first one back in 1998, I remember I was reading shit like that, and they were like, "This was a revolutionary game." You know what I mean? Oh, Dirty Diana is my shit. Dirty Diana. No, but
Man, we talk about Michael Jackson in a while. She must be behind.
she probably is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? She,
Michael Jackson was mentioned like a while ago.
but yeah, like what do you call it? The they said it was a revolutionary game, which it was, right? Tomb Raider 2. Tomb Raider 2 added vehicles, different moves. Like they cleaned up the moves. You know what I'm saying? Different weapons and different locations that required different just level design. And they were like, it's more of the same. Tomb Raider 3 added crazy new moves in the game. You know what I'm saying? And different AI routines and stuff like that. Oh, here we go again. Another year, another Tomb Raider. Every year they had something shit to say about that game. And I was pissed. Where certain games, like Perfect Dark, for instance, everybody was clamoring for Perfect Dark, right? Back in the day. I'm not saying it was a bad game, but it did run at 2 frames a second. So I don't know how you were playing that game somehow. Somehow you were playing that game back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So there was and then the flares and shit like that, for puzzles.
007 purist, that game came out. I was like, nope, staying on
Yeah, I was
007.
like, exactly. I
Golden
don't
eye.
care. I don't care what kind of graphics it was.
Yeah, I was like,
And,
nope, nope,
and that
nope.
and that's the thing. So that's why I start realizing that people can be biased when you do reviews. You know what I'm saying? People can literally be biased. They can sit there and be like, well, uh, I don't really like this type of game. And I feel like that's not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? Um, so that's when I noticed it. Then I seen Grand Theft Auto. Now, Grand Theft Auto 3 deserved all the praises and more. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tomb Raider is great on PC. Yo, Tomb Raider was shit. That's my language. That whole game was a really nice game, especially if you had a Dell computer. Um, a Dell computer. That shit old school. But yeah. So then I start seeing that, and
Showing
then
her age.
huh?
Showing her age around here.
Oh no, y'all. Oh, let me stop. Um, the other thing that kind of threw me off was the reviews for Journey. Talking about
Mhm.
some what is art? Art is journey. Journey is so transformative; it can make you rethink your life. I was like, what is this? So reviews to me lost all meaning back in the 1998. You know what I'm
What?
saying? And then
Hmm.
they just never redeemed themselves to me because people were trying to use colorful words that really had no business. Just fucking is the game. Does the game functionally work? Did you consider it fun? How are the graphics? How are the sound? All right, cool. What's the review? I don't need to know your colorful fucking words. Move it along. Move it along. So with Deathloop, I didn't really give a fuck what the reviews were. I couldn't care less about the reviews. And I've seen PlayStation purists laughing at this game. People complaining about Deathloop being showed at the PlayStation showcase, the state of play. They said it ruined the state of play. What the fuck are you doing? And all of a sudden, a Metacritic comes the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good. You know what I mean? I can't resist. I gotta buy it. Now, I'm not shitting on people for buying it, but I'm just saying, don't be switching it up. And then what's the other thing? Like Psychonauts. Psychonaut got some really good reviews. That's Microsoft paid them. Come on, dude. You gotta pick. How you feel about all this, man?
I mean, some of the things I feel like are warranted, but I still feel like all right, Deathloop for instance. Deathloop seems like a cool game. I only got maybe 3 to 4 hours into the game. From what I played, I like it. It's cool, but it's not a 10 from what I've played so far. I don't want to give it a
Yeah,
score,
like
but
eight
I see a
tens.
lot of flaws in it, but I don't think it's a bad game.
And
But
I'm
I'm
not
like,
saying
yo,
that
they gave
either.
this a
They said
10.
8 tens. Eight, like I think it got 8 tens. Like some crazy fucking. I'm like, all right. So what is this? What is
So
this?
from what I'm hearing, like I was talking to Push, and Push, he's farther along in the game than I am. He's telling me it really picks up, and you start getting more powers and shit the later on in the game. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm just reserving my thoughts for it. But from right now, my impressions, it seems like a cool game, man. It's cool. I had some fun with it. I haven't returned back to the game since the first time I cut it on. That's just because I'm
Oh,
playing
I'm
so
sorry.
many
You said
games at the
Returnal.
same time. What's up?
You said Returnal.
I didn't say anything about Returnal.
Oh, I think I
Damn,
heard.
you a Returnal
Shut
fanboy.
up.
Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo.
Whoa.
That nigga Returnal fanboy. He forced
Returnal out.
Returnal. Shouts
Returnal
to
out.
Returnal. Returnal snobs for life, nigga. On
Yeah.
God.
I
Y'all
like how
know
you
what
switched
it
that up. You didn't want to say the other one. That's okay though.
is. Nah, but Deathloop seemed like a cool game. Is it a 10? I don't know yet. For right now, I'm saying a no. But I will continue to play the game
Here's
and
another thing
see
that
how
will.
it goes.
Here's another thing that will push you and push his button. Right. I like the pun there. Uh, Gotta clean that up a little bit later. What about what's the game that you got
This
platinum?
nigga push the button. Pause.
Hey, what's that game
Oh
that
yeah, 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 yeah. Godfall, man. Y'all go pick that up. Stop sleeping on Godfall, man. That game, yo. I'm gonna say something that's gonna be a little controversial right now.
hold on, what's going on,
Godfall
my
is
Japanese friend?
easily the best looking game on PlayStation 5 right now. On God.
Excuse me?
It's the best looking game on PlayStation 5.
Excuse me. There's no ray
Arguably.
tracing.
It don't need ray tracing.
You telling me it looks better than Miles Morales?
Yes.
You telling me it looks better than Ratchet?
Arguably, yes.
yeah,
It does.
yeah.
It,
Well,
it's two different art styles, of course. But bro, that game is beautiful. And I don't want to say shit just to say shit just so it could pop. Bruh, if you play Godfall and you get your digital foundry on, bruh, and you just look at everything, you be like, bruh, how does this look so good with everything else that's going on?
you sure it's
Like
not your
textures
OLED?
everywhere, bruh. It ain't just the OLED, bruh. The OLED helps out now. We ain't gonna,
Ooh.
the OLED, that's if you want to go pro status. You ain't gotta go pro. You ain't gotta be up there with us. You know what I'm saying? Just come back down to earth and just look at Godfall. Go check the game out, man. It's $27 on sale right now. If you like collecting loot and grinding RPG-ish, making builds and kicking ass like God of War style, pick the game up, bro. Stop asking people if it's good. Go pick this shit up. The shit's dope, bro. You're gonna have a
I
lot of
think
fun.
honestly, how about this?
Play with a friend. You don't need two friends. Pick up one friend. Y'all go play the game together, man. You're gonna enjoy yourself.
how about
It's a
this?
good game.
How about
Mm-hmm.
this? How
So
about you stop listening to fucking reviews? How about that?
facts. Stop listening to
Or
reviews.
at least, or at the very least, if you're
Mm-hmm.
going to listen to reviews, listen to absolute pros and absolute cons. If you're
Mm.
going to do that, if they are talking about the controls or shit, that is a fucking absolute issue. That's something that can't be disputed. If they're saying that the graphics look like shit or the frame rate is bad, that is an absolute statement that can't be disputed. If they're saying that I really don't like the flow of the game, that's flow. That's subjective. That ain't the thing that you're supposed to be looking at when you do reviews or when you're reading reviews. You're supposed to be looking at what is considered. Is it good graphics? Like is it a showpiece? You know what I'm saying? We all everybody can look at Ratchet and Clank, be like, that's a good looking game.
My
All
thing
right.
is, I just want everybody. I feel like should just follow their gut
But we
feeling, like
don't
how we
have
used
any
to.
demos
If you
anymore. That's
see,
why I shut up because
yeah,
like
but we do have demos. It's just in a different form now. You have friends that have share play. Everybody need to utilize it more, and I even forget about it sometimes.
Wow, you're
I forget
right.
about it
You're
sometimes, bro.
right.
And it's kind of their responsibility to
But
still put out the
can I
demos,
say
though.
something? Can I say something real
'Cause
quick?
not everybody got friends. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say something real
But
quick?
yeah, what's up?
Only on PlayStation.
This nigga's stupid, dog. Yeah, unfortunately, it's only right now a PlayStation feature. For all y'all boys who exclusively on other platforms that shall not be named today.
Whoa.
Yeah, it shall be named later on, but right now we talking about share play, man. So share play, bro, it's there for everyone to use. You can actually share play to your phone, to other devices now, which is crazy, bruh. The new update, you can actually share play to your phone. You
Shit,
can
you can
share play to somebody on PlayStation 4.
wait, it's
Make
out
a
now?
play returnal. Bruh, that was out with the last big update. With
No,
the beta and everything.
they said it was staggered.
They staggered it? Okay. Well that's coming up. But you're right now you're still able to do share play with PlayStation 4. You can do that now, today.
That's why they
No
did that
issue.
shit, yo. That's why they did that. It was like, yo,
That's amazing, bruh. You can let people test their game out on PlayStation 4, bruh. That's fucking dope, bro.
nope, it's not out. It's not out yet. It's coming though. I did see
The PlayStation 4?
no the update.
Yeah, that update for the mobile isn't out, maybe, but that
No,
that
that yeah.
PlayStation 4 feature is live.
You're right. You know what I mean? The best people that advocate a game, the best people are your friends. he's not. We play games. What do you do? But no, he is not. He play games. What? Oh, so I think I know what you mean. So what if they don't? What if they don't have the game? Hmm.
He a fanboy. Yeah, I guess I'm a fan of greatness, bro. If you want to call me a
No,
fanboy,
no. He's talking to me. But Mr. Money
hey,
is my Japanese friend Howard.
shout out to him. But I don't. You know, when people call me like, or I know he wasn't talking about me, or he probably wasn't. Whatever.
He's talking about me.
When people call me, "Oh, you a pony," I'm like, "Damn, fucking right. Why wouldn't you be a fan of greatness, bro?
That
Like,
nigga
come
about
on,
that
like,
nigga about the nay and shit.
bruh."
No,
No, but it's
what
real talk.
Kitty
It's
was
almost a
saying,
compliment.
what Kitty was saying is, what if your friends don't have the game?
They don't need the game.
I'm talking about
You
you
can
can't
share
use
play.
share play if you don't have it. Like if we
You don't,
both don't have the fucking game, how we supposed to test it?
if your friend don't have it, then you got to go out and buy it, or
But I
find
don't.
somebody who does have it.
But I
People on
think.
Twitter all day, they could the same people they talk to in the comments. They go, "Hey man, I want to add you on PlayStation. You mind share playing that game to me?"
But you
I'm
want to
pretty
know
sure there's
something?
a few people that be like, "Yeah, sure."
Demos are difficult to make because you have to take time out of your day to make sure all the bugs are out and everything like that. I get it,
Yep.
right? But here's the thing: if the developers want to go that route, then the publishers need to step up their fucking game. How about that? Step up your fucking game.
We know why they stopped doing it.
I know because they don't. They want you to just buy it off of strength. I mean, buy
Yeah,
it off.
so
Just do
de-
it without even thinking.
demos used to be the opportunity to let people play your game, so
You
they
just
get
yay
interested
or
and they'll
nay.
buy it.
Yeah, if it's a
But
shitty
now they're
game,
using influencers instead. Now they're using
hmm
influencers and they're giving out games to people who have influence over communities. And they don't give out demos anymore. Like most games don't have demos. The ones that do put out demos, I'm like hell yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and Scarlet Nexus did a demo. Shouts to them. I'm gonna buy that game. I just got so many games in my backlog
yeah,
that I haven't
it has
supported
to
it yet. But
end.
I'm
It
gonna
has to
support
end.
that game. Hmm.
This is getting out of control because I'm going to pick up Fistbit later. But what I was going to say is that the publishers need to step their motherfucking game up.
Yeah,
If you want me to buy your shit, you're gonna have to do better with the advertisement. You want to know why God of War 2018 sold? It wasn't just because of Kratos. It was that whole presentation. When you seen the little kid, he's sitting there. Yeah, boy, boy, feed us. And he threw that shit from the coming from the dark. And everybody saw him. He walked out of the dark, out of the silhouette, and it was fucking Kratos. People lost their motherfucking minds.
Facts.
Even if
Facts.
you don't want to count God of War because it's an existing franchise. The next thing up is Horizon. You think it was easy to be a new IP? You gotta sell your game. As soon as they came out of there and the old ones, and they play when they had that bitch singing, you wanted that game. You wanted that game because of what they showed. They showed a fucking T-Rex. Now she dodged it. She broke the shit off the T-Rex and used it against it. People was like, I want that. I want that. You still there, Larry?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I agree.
Even when they showed with the video down there, that's gonna be on here for a long time. I may switch it up and then put it back. But even when you see that, right? When they first announced Horizon Forbidden West, like when the second time they did it and it was this demo, and you saw the first part, you saw the graphics, and it was just like, okay, so you got my attention. You know what I'm saying? Now you got my attention. I'm looking like, okay. All of a sudden, you seen the Velociraptor slide and he almost slipped, he almost bust his ass in the rocks, and he caught himself with that fucking hook. And then
Yeah, right.
they fucking walked around, and the fucking Velociraptor saw him, and she was just like, he screamed, and she goes, ah, and then she throws the fucking smoke bomb like poof. And then she started climbing on shit. And then the flow of this fucking thing was so crazy. She climbs on there. They let you know that she could dive underwater. She just dives straight underwater. And she propels herself out to another area. Then she uses the fucking zip line to pull herself another thing, and then uses the fucking hang glider. That's how you sell a game.
Bruh. They had a movie director fucking play Horizon, bruh. They was like, "Yeah, this how you play." He was like, "Oh yeah, I got this." You see how he like cut the camera to the left, even though he didn't have to, just to show like, "Hey, look, that they remember that raptor? It's following me." He cut the camera. I be doing that shit sometimes when I get gameplay.
For no
I'll change
reason,
it up
yo.
for a
We are dorks. We
dramatic
are
camera.
dorks.
Facts.
Yo,
Like
when I was
you gotta,
playing Returnal,
that's a skill, bruh.
the first time
Yeah,
I was playing Returnal and I fell from a high place and you don't have any fall damage,
yeah,
and she lands through the superhero landing, boom!
yeah.
She
You
gets
gotta
up
spin
out
that bitch around.
to
Spin
this
the
day. I just do it just because it looks cool as shit, yo. When
Bro,
that
you ever
old bitch
slice
go,
through
she.
the malignant bitches,
I'm like,
and then you
yo.
catch, and you swing the camera around when she sliced through them, and it's like she
Mhm.
float through them like a movie. You
Yo,
gotta get right,
so
man.
yo,
You gotta get your
you
sharp
gotta
play up,
get in
man.
it. You gotta get in it. And not only that, right? You know that old bitch bust her fucking hip when she fell. Shit hurt.
Yo, fact.
She fell. I was like, damn. She was like, that hurted it.
Heard it.
But even when it comes to Ghost of Tsushima, first of all, that's
Mhm.
how you sell a game too. That just reviews, and we're gonna go on to the next subject because I think we already exhausted this. This is the quality of PlayStation shit. This is why people like their shit. When they first showed Ghost of Tsushima, and you just saw fucking fields of fucking grass, and he put his hands through the fucking wheat.
Uh,
Then you had to fight three people, and he fucking, oh my god, do you guys remember when he first cut the nigga head off, yo? That
whew.
shit, there was two goosebumps well, three of them. Counting that in, I ain't gonna blow that shit. But when the first thing, you know what I'm saying? Because when they showed the trailer and shit like that, you saw him jump down and he slowed down, he stabs him, he pulls it up and he's slow, and he goes to the next one. I'm like, bro, I want it. Yo. But go on to the game itself, right? Um, what happened with the game? When you first learn your ghost and he stabs the fucking guy after you do a boss battle and he
Yeah,
kind of waves him around in front of the enemies, everybody's like, yo, he's fucking paralyzed. And he pushes him out and slash, and his head come off. I
yeah,
was
that shit
like,
was sick.
and then as soon as he cut it off, he raises it on his arms, and then everything becomes black and white, yo. And lightning strike. I said, oh, fuck out of here, yo. Goosebumps
That was an epic
all
moment for
day.
sure.
Huh?
That was an epic moment for sure, dog. Yeah,
Goosebumps all day. I was like, oh shit. Like it was just like every time he goes into Ghost, yo, I don't know who does the sound design, but nigga, you need all the awards. Just the whole thing. You raise your hand up and they play the fucking thunder. Boom. Yo, I'm like, yo, this shit's crazy. That in the beginning too. You know what I'm saying? That's how you sell a game because they doing that shit and that's word of mouth. That's why the game is getting a fucking movie because it's just flat out. They knew what they were doing. The fact that they build it up and it was crazy. They shot all the arrows and the guy, you know what I mean, he died or whatever, and whatever the case is. But then when you get on your feet and they said that meet me over here to talk to Yuna, and they had that whole build up, and they timed that build up from where you were at
yep.
to as soon as the music hit the crescendo, and they just had birds coming out of the fucking thing, bro. The goosebumps is still here. I was like, oh, I'm cold. I said,
I'm about to play this shit tonight, nigga. Start a new.
I was like, I'm
I gotta start that
cold.
new game
That's
plus, nigga.
cold. I was like, that's cold. I'm cold.
Yeah, that shit. Ooh, chills, nigga.
Yo, bro, every time, yo, that's just to see that shit, yo. I'm like, yo, I don't even want to do like New Game Plus because I'm missing that. They just skip over that. But
Oh man,
by the
bro.
way, before you go on to the next topic, right?
Yeah,
If you don't have Icky Island, get that shit. It starts off a little slow, but the ending, because it hits home. It hits home. I don't even want to. I'm not going to say anything about it. I already know because you didn't play it in general. But
yeah.
for
After I
me
beat this,
personally,
that's what's next. I gotta go to Icky Island and
yeah, for me
think.
personally, if you keep doing it, it hits home. I mean, I'm sorry, if you keep playing, it starts to get more and more. Everything that was a problem in the main game was addressed and addressed well. It's not just running around catching foxes. You know what I mean? picking up an item, and then and fucking bamboo strikes. It's a lot more variety, and they got some straight cold ass sucker punch flavoring in terms of decision making.
I like what they did with the archery. I only played like the first couple
It's
hours of it.
more even
The
with the
archery was
animals, even with
fire,
the
bro.
animals, the animals. They
Yeah,
have a lot
I
of
ran
different
into a
things.
deer and you had a little sound thing. That shit was kind of cool.
That was
Like the
fucking
vibe.
that
That's
was
just
fucking
cool.
cool. And then on top of it, like you know how in Infamous you had choices. There's a lot of choices in on Icky Island. Not just choices as in okay, I'll get this item if I do this, or I get this, or the story ends. They are pretty profound choices and multiple profound choices. But when I beat Icky Island, I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't really want to play it. You saw me when I after I beat it. I didn't want to play nothing. I didn't want to play King. I just wasn't in a mood for anything happy at that moment. It wasn't a bad ending, but it was
Yeah.
so provoking. I just didn't want to play anything to be honest with you because it hit home. It hit home. You know what I'm saying? And basically, the end of the day,
You were supposed to go meditate after that, bro.
that's what it felt like. It was something that I wasn't in Cana or anything. I didn't want to. I shouldn't have played anything afterwards because I just everything that was just it just wasn't the mood. You know what I'm saying?
You were supposed to go recite a haiku and shit, nigga.
That's what. Oh shit! Wait, she's like, well, wait.
Get
Ah,
it?
cool me. That bitch need to blow her nose. What are you saying again? You
Nah,
like-
get it. No, I said you had to do your haiku after that, bro.
Yo,
Yeah,
for real.
that shit made me
Indian
want to
style.
play it after and I talk to you. You're like, yeah, I need to go play that shit now. That shit
I,
sound like something bad happened at the end, bro.
it, it, it,
Some type of revelation. It sounded like at
it
least, but
was
I don't want to
definitely
get
a
into that. 'Cause
it
I don't
was
want to spoil
definitely
this.
a revelation. It was like
Yeah,
it's family affairs. Put it that
yeah,
way. And
yeah, yeah.
you know, you can have your own family, but your family isn't perfect at all. And it's really showing that. Put it that way. You know, on the outside things be looking perfect. On the inside, ain't no rule to being a brother or a sister or a dad or a mom. There ain't no rule to that. There ain't no book. You know what I'm saying? It just makes the story complicated, which is fucking awesome. I was like, damn, I need to sit back. I really shouldn't have streamed after that, to be honest with you. I was really because it's just everything just was like, I don't feel like doing anything right now. There's a lot to take in. And they did talk about getting high. Some drugs. I ain't gonna say it. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next topic, right? Virtue signaling is the next topic here. And it kind of touches on some of the reviews and what people kind of say. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like really irritating me. You know how I don't like virtue signaling. You know how I don't like SJW bullshit. But some people suspect, right, that the reason why Deathloop got its reviews because it was a black protagonist. How do you feel about that, Black?
I don't know how I feel about that. I hope that's not the case. I don't. I hope it's not the case. I mean, like I said, I already said my thoughts on it and my impressions. I think it's a cool game. I like the character. The voice actor is cool. You know what I'm saying? I like that it's a black character, but I don't want that to be the reason why the character is liked. You know what I'm saying? But I relate to the character. He sound like a cool character and everything. The chick sound like she's cool. All the characters seem cool. There's nothing wrong with it at all. And
Yeah, it was
variety is
just
cool, but I don't want people to do shit just for the sake of doing it. You know what I'm saying? But I like what they're doing on it so far.
I didn't
It
even
seems
think. I mean, I knew he was black. I was like, oh, he a black dude. That's all I can know. It's just, people are like, oh, yeah, they making fun of black people because not all black people talk that way. Well, not all white people be like, hi, how you doing? Hi. That's not
yeah,
how all white people sound like either. So you
right.
can't really go there either. I
It's
mean,
cool. Just because it's like not all people black though, it don't mean that person shouldn't be represented. Like have that nigga in there. He is what he is. That's how they wrote him.
that's
They
how
got
they
the dude
roll.
to
That's
act
what
that
it
way.
is.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that character, bro. And he's a cool ass character, but he funny. You know what I'm saying?
On,
And then it's like it's the beginning of the game and shit. He's like, "Yo, did we date?" You know what I'm saying? And then she acting like assholes. And he's like, "Yeah, we dated." That shit's funny as hell.
I will
Yeah,
say
the
this. I will say this
banner
because
between the two characters is fire. My bad. Go
No, no,
ahead.
no, you're fine. I will say this though. Here's the funny thing, right? The biggest issue when it comes to virtue signaling is when it goes wrong and it could really fuck up a game. I.e., i.e.,
Uh oh.
Days Gone.
Okay.
They, I get that it had bugs. I totally get it. I totally get it. But it was getting points deducted because the main character was white and the zombies were white, albino. Talk about, oh, it was sexual harassment because he looked at his wife and said she had a nice ass or some shit like that. He was looking at her ass. Their husband and fucking wife. That's the type of bullshit virtue signaling that irritates me to my core. And then you also have Alex Battaglia from Digital Foundry that was trying to shit on Project Eve, talking about how it was left in a forgotten time that it just wasn't appealing. Who said it wasn't appealing? You better leave that bitch where she stand. I better see pussy prints. They better leave that in there. Period.
Oh God, Project Eve.
Leave it exactly where it is. Not because it's sexualized, but that's how you made the character. And then you trying to make somebody feel bad for what? Having an attractive character?
Mm,
You know the
Things are
funny
going a little. Things are. There's this other thing going on with. I don't know if you heard about the X-Men thing,
mm
where it's like rumblings that they might be considering changing X-Men into something else because I guess they feel like it's singling out. There's like, oh, there's a lot of women in the X-Men, so that name is inappropriate. I was like, yeah, but you gonna change the name of your franchise, your IP,
the virtue
because
signal.
people don't feel included? Like, come on, man, how far
So
is this gonna go, bro?
and
This
visit
is like
and you know how far it's gonna
classic
go?
shit.
You know how far this is gonna go, Black? You know what they're gonna end up doing? They're gonna change the name of the Dick Sporting Goods to Pussy Sporting Goods.
Hell no.
Pussy Sporting Goods. I don't feel included. That's too masculine. Why you gotta say dicks sporting goods? What about the pussies?
They're gonna
I
call it
don't
genital sporting goods again.
genital sport.
Genital sporting goods. Everybody's included, nigga.
Everybody's included, though. It couldn't be Richard though. Couldn't be Richard. It's just dicks is too masculine. You know what I mean? Just like that one dude who was a pastor. He tried to make everybody feel included. This nigga said, all men and all women.
Real, bruh.
Word up. I told this to Ken and Dishonorable. He said, "Amen, or amen and a woman."
You know what I think would be a good compromise, even though I don't like the compromise at all. If they just switch that A, that men, they could switch the E for an A, and
No, no,
then
no.
no,
Amen. Amen is a Hebrew word. It doesn't. Man
no,
is.
no, no. I'm not talking about the actual. I
Oh,
was going back to the X-Men thing. If they
oh.
switch the E for a A, you know what I'm saying? Because like the spelling of woman, you know what I'm saying? That's a part of man. You know what I'm saying? Like mankind. You know what I'm saying? So woman is a part of mankind. So that
Woman,
I think
woman,
that'd
and
be a good compromise.
but
Yeah.
oh gosh, man, no, there's no compromise.
I'm just saying, if they have to do
They're
it,
gonna they're gonna
I
call it
wouldn't be mad at X Man.
they're
You know
gonna
what I'm
call it
saying?
they're gonna call it
X
X
Men.
Factor. They're gonna call it X Factor or some shit
Oh
like that.
man, please don't fuck with the X Men, dog.
Man, there is no compromise because just putting a woman
Man,
womb, a, a
they shouldn't change
man
it
with
at
a
all.
a man with a fucking womb. That's what that is.
Yeah,
That's why you have the plural woman. I mean woman and the singular woman. Just like men and men. It's really just inclusive of a fucking a species. I don't know what the fuck this shit. Wow, man. Niggas getting canceled and mad because your zombies are albino. They lost their pigment and they were like, how come I don't see any black zombies? What?
tell you one thing though, like Josh, I thought you was being extra though when I met you, dog. Like this nigga be doing some extra shit. Cause you point out the SJW shit a lot. And I was like, okay, cool, man. I mean, but it's there for a reason, you know what I'm saying? But at the same I was like, you like these niggas is going too far with it. I'm like, nah, it's cool, but every day, dog, it's something new, bruh. It's like inch by inch by inch. Pause.
and
It's like
and we allowing them to do it
yeah,
every
it's
time.
getting bad, dog. It's like, come on, man. Franchises are like historical franchises, dog. Like nobody was trying to be an asshole when they made up the name X-Men, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. They going too far with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I understand little things like the Aunt Jemima thing. You know what I'm saying? That was somebody being taken advantage of, exploited. You know what I'm saying?
No,
That
believe
that
it
makes
though.
sense. There was money missing.
Just like a
They took
great,
somebody's likeness. I understand that, but like, come on,
just like the,
X Men, dog.
just like I know, just like the great person I know. Just leave it. Just like what he will
Leave
always,
it.
what he will
Pause.
always say. Just leave it.
Just leave it. Leave it alone, man. Leave it alone.
I mean,
It's not that
honestly,
serious,
like,
man.
did you hear what they call women nowadays because of all the transgender stuff?
Nah, I didn't hear nothing about that.
They don't, because a woman can be a man that has gone through the surgery, right? They don't want to. It's offensive to say, a woman can only birth. So what they are called women nowadays, I swear to God, I kid you not, birthing people.
Birthing people.
Hmm.
Get the man.
I've been trying to tell you motherfuckers, I see I've been on this kick for a long time, man. Every time I see it, I be like, yeah, oh, it's not that bad, it's not that bad, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. At one time ago, it wasn't that bad, but like you said, inch by inch, pause. It is going to get to the point.
Pause. Nigga, pause.
Pause. It's going to get to a point where it's creeping. You know,
Yeah, man.
I mean, people were upset about that shit about God of War with the black chick, which I just looked at a scholar for Norse mythology, just Norse stuff,
Yeah.
and in Norse mythology, nothing was really described, and there were black people with Vikings, but they didn't mention them as color. If there was a color, they mentioned black people as blue. And I've seen some blue black motherfucking looking people, so dark they blue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how they would. That's how they would. They've run across black people, so it's not, and there's no real definition. Like Thor doesn't have a real definition. Odin was the only guy that they say was missing an eye. He used had a hat on. His hair was white. Um, the black girl, she's supposed to have red hair actually, but that's all we know. We don't know any kind of color or anything like that. It's the same thing with Balder. Oh no, Loki in Norse mythology. They didn't mention any color or anything like that. They didn't really feel like that was important.
I think
And yeah,
people need to chill on this shit, dog. At the end of the day, this is not a one for one, dog. They inspired by it. Like we already know that Greek mythology and Norse mythology doesn't fucking mix in the first place. So they're taking they're taking some what's the word I'm looking for?
liberties.
Yeah, they're taking some liberties. You know what I'm saying? Thanks. They're taking some liberties, of course. You know what I'm saying? And they making it. We're getting the story. Everybody liked the first game. Just trust that they're gonna make a good product and buy it. If you don't like the product, just don't fucking buy it,
Well,
bro.
the
But
last time I trust somebody with a game where they told us to trust them, we 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 only have the best interest the fans have, or they only have the fans' best interest, and we all know what happened with that one.
what game is that? You talking about Cyberpunk?
Surely you know what it is.
Cyberpunk.
No, it's not Cyberpunk.
Oh shit! I ain't gonna say it. I don't because I don't want to talk about it today. Though. I'm tired. I'm tired of it, bro. Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Those
Goddamn.
developers was like, "Trust us, man. We got you." And then,
I'm done, nigga.
yeah, they did say that though. I'm sure you see the reviews. They did say it, but we won't mention its name. Um, or the developer. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know who it is. You don't gotta eat the whole cow, taste a piece of beef. So, um, but okay, so on just to get out the seriousness in general, man. There's just so many people that are just running to virtue signal. You know, they look for problems like the PS5. Oh, it's running hotter. Why would you just get the system and start testing temperatures? Like, what was your why you do
Looking for
that?
something.
Huh?
He was looking for something, of course.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? And then you start alluding that it could throttle. Did the original one throttle? No? Shut the fuck up. It didn't throttle. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? He knew it was provocative. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
People making a big deal out of fucking Project Eve. You know what I mean? She's too sexy. You know what I'm saying? Same. Well, I can't bring that game up, but the other one was Bayonetta. Bayonetta, they changed her look too and put like a loincloth in front of her.
Yeah, I seen that. They covering her up. Get censored, bruh.
You know what I mean? They're showing her back. I'm like, you know what I mean? At one point, I'm like, it's Nintendo, but Nintendo was the least censored. You know what I mean? When it came to like Japanese weeaboo games, but like, it's bad now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just anything for this minority of people. Did you hear what they said about Bond?
Ah, James Bond.
Mm-hmm. They said
You
that
talking about
he
with Idris Elba?
no, 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 no.
I don't think they're gonna let that go through.
They ain't
What
gonna
about
let no. But for this James Bond, they said that he was a grapist.
rapist? What the
You,
hell is
you
a grapist?
you know what?
Oh, okay. You play on words. Okay, I
I
got you.
can't I can't say it.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
But they say he was a grapist, and I'm
You
like
talking about Bond, like the character?
the character. They said how he abused women. He forced himself on them, and then they just would succumb
Like the
to.
forceful kisses and shit that he do and
Mm-hmm.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
They talking about caveman style?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, man, come on,
No
man.
one had a problem with 50 Shades of Grey because that was
Yeah, 'cause
considered that was
that
considered
nigga.
grape.
Everybody, 50 Shades of Grey is all good though.
It was 50
On
Shades of Grape.
facts,
That was 50 Shades of Grape. Since I can't say the
great
word,
Kool
you know what
Aid,
I mean.
great Kool Aid. You referring
all
to
sorts. So all sorts of grape in that movie, and then no one said anything. And it's
Kool Aid?
funny, women watch that movie. Most women watch that movie and read the books.
Love that. Shit.
They read all about the grape.
They
Now,
love that.
I'm not judging you, and I'm not, making a definitive statement saying that all women want that kind of thing and that it was good or anything like that. All I'm telling you is the facts. Women want to see that movie. It wasn't men. Y'all did it. Same thing with Twilight. That vampire was old as shit. It was looking at Bella while she was sleeping. Even if you want to say that he's not really a human, he's a vampire. He was still coming in her room, looking at her, talking about some
The good
creep,
tippy toe music, bruh.
creepy ass. I am standing by your window. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that movie was sold out by women. Women was looking at that young ass werewolf dude. Oh, he's so hot. Bitch, you are 47 years old and he is 17. I think that's grape.
Oh man.
Why you why you laughing?
Nah, I ain't gonna.
Huh?
I'm gonna chill. No comment, nigga. No comment, man.
All them old ass women fanning themselves and shit. You know what I mean? He's so sexy. Look at his abs. He did not graduate. he didn't graduate yet. Right. Oh gosh, double standards. But going back to video games, it's like they either trying to find a problem or they are trying to infuse a problem. You know what I mean? Like making characters. Not saying that you know, you can have a black character, just make sure it ain't forced. You know what I mean? And why just black people? Why not Asian? Who's representing Asian people? Where's the last? What is the last Asian besides Sega games and Yakuza games? Name me one Asian main character.
I think that Stranger Life is Strange. I think that chick might be Asian.
No, no, no. I'm talking about not side characters, main characters.
Well, she is the main character. The one on the last one, Life is Strange. I haven't played the game.
She don't look Asian at all. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, maybe she not Asian. Shit.
She don't look Asian. She's so
Talking about this that guy is
characterized.
Asian. What you talking about, man?
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
Stop. That motherfucker
Since that
saw
guy's Asian, bro. Japanese. I mean,
50 Shades of fuck that
they
shit.
got
This
representation.
motherfucker.
They ain't got representation on the
Who?
Western game. A lot of Western games.
Who? You talking about Eastern games? None of them niggas
Yeah.
are Asian.
What you talking about?
You talking about anime characters, correct?
No, I'm talking about Jin Sakai, motherfucking Project Eve. Those are Asian. Those characters
That's
are
just
Asian.
now. That's now. I'm talking about before them.
Nah, fuck that. What you talking about before? We need to talk
Oh, he
about
said
now.
sleeping. Oh, you right. You right. Sleeping. See, you right. Sleeping dogs. Sleeping dogs. You right.
Sleeping dogs, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? But okay. What about
This shit was Sleeping
what
Dogs.
about Indians? How about that, Marco? What about
Oh, we
Indians?
got a new game coming out. You remember the trailer?
Which one?
It's a trailer just now. I don't think it's actual gameplay. And I think they got bought out. It's an indie studio working on the game with the Indian chick.
Which one?
Um,
Oh,
it looked really good. It looked like Unreal Engine 5 type shit. That shit looked really good. It's a little
who?
girl. She fucked somebody up in the alley. She had like some powers or some shit. I can't
You
recall
talking
the
about
game.
Forspoken?
No, it looked like some Forspoken type shit, but it's a little Hindu girl. She's playing in the alley. I guess some kids bullying her, and then she like do some force push on them or some shit.
Trud?
It,
Trude?
it was just
Trude?
that might be the name of the game. That might be the name of the game.
I thought he put turd. I'm like, damn. Turd. Turd.
Yeah, but I don't know if that was gameplay or CGI, but that shit looked like it's gonna. It look. I think that was in game.
But everybody's trying to force a black person. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about the other races? That's what I mean. Like when you go that route with inclusion, you're gonna have to cover everybody because someone's gonna complain about something. That's why it's just best to ignore. You know what I'm saying? If it fits, then Indian. That's Chloe too. Chloe Frazier is Indian. I didn't know that because she didn't look Indian to me at all. But then I'm mad as fuck. You know what I mean? Talk about inclusion. Why they get a British white bitch to do an Indian? That's fucked up. Why could
There's
you?
a negative side to inclusion because, like, if you get that shit wrong, that community or that culture,
Will
they on
eat
your
your
ass.
ass.
Bro.
They will
Oh,
eat
we
your
weren't
ass up.
represented correctly. And shit, I'll be like that too. Like, man, that shit fake. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on somebody's ass if they represent us incorrectly. That's why I was like, I
Then
don't want just anybody
you
doing it.
shouldn't like any anime, yo, because
That's what
they keep
yeah,
drawing our lips with like looking like Cheerios.
hey, but come on, man. Like, dog,
Donut. They literally put a
look. I ain't finna
plain.
diss my
They put a
people.
plain donut on the bottom of their nose.
Everything in anime is exaggerated. So like,
Our
if
lips
they
don't
draw
look
the
like
people of a
that.
different culture, come on, we got some big ass pause. We got like some black people got some big ass lips. You know what I'm saying,
You're right.
bro?
You're right.
So when you drawing a cartoon, it's gonna be exaggerated a little bit. It looked like it might be coming off racist or whatever, but that ain't the case. The racist shit is the shit with people with the black faces, and they were showing us back in the day everybody being lazy. You know what I'm saying? Laying down. You
Yeah.
remember them old ass cartoons?
Yo, it was an old cartoon where it was a slave that was picking cotton, yo.
Oh
And
my fucking
it
god!
was too heavy for him to lift up a ball of cotton, man. This nigga used
Wow.
2 arms to move the cotton because they try to say that we were so lazy, which was ridiculous because aren't we doing the work? Like what?
I saw this one. That shit made me dog. That shit made me so hot, bro. It was a town of black people. Everybody was just laying around, bro.
Eating
Not
watermelon.
doing shit.
Eating
Eating watermelon, chilling. I was like, yo. I was like, this is so everybody was dark. Nobody was light skinned. No different tones
Pokemon
of
was
black.
racist. Pokemon was racist too. That fucking
Everybody had the red lips, big red lips,
or
eating
you
watermelons.
well, you know.
I was like, yo.
Yo, and they made us with gorilla hands too. Like you,
Oh yeah,
Tom and Jerry. I see you, Tom and Jerry.
I can't stay on this topic too long. I'm gonna get hot. But
Tom and Jerry with our fucking gorilla hands. Charles, get your ass over here, beating his ass with a fucking thing. With them slippers, yo. I'm like, man, I remember when I was younger, I was angry about that shit. But that's the world we live in. You can't please them all, and that's really a depiction of them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure if black people were in power, they would just roll up their lips for the opposite race.
Yeah, man. I mean, so I just think
Ain't no
everybody
lips.
support what you like, man. If you see some fuckery, dog, just don't support it, dog. If you see something that look
It's
cool
that simple.
and
Why you
and
gotta
they got the
hang? Why
reviews,
you
just
gotta
support what
hang
you like,
people at the
dog.
gallows, yo, all the time? Why you gotta
Yeah,
hang everybody at the gallows?
support what you like, dog. At the
You
end
know
of
what
the
I
day,
mean?
dog.
Like if
The
it's a,
game look
it's
interesting. Try to support it day one. If you don't support it day one, support it day 20, nigga. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying. Value is subjective, of course.
oh
So get it when
Marco.
you can. But I don't like all this. Oh, is it good? Is it good? Like, nigga, go check it out, nigga. Let me know. You know
Marco
what
said
I'm
Marco said Indian. There are a
saying?
few indies I bought with bigger characters. Dollar
hmm
Sam and Street Fighter. You right.
Oh God, what you know about Street Fighter, Marco?
That
Run the
nigga was
set,
like,
nigga. Run the set,
yo,
nigga.
why was his hit why
Just
was
shout
his
out to
head
Marco,
yo,
dog.
why was his head butts two pieces? I'm
And
like,
he used to
damn,
make
how
you
you
vomit.
do that?
When he hit you with that 2 piece headbutt, you vomit every time.
That was a
Red
good
vomit.
that
Like,
was a
damn, what was he eating? He
that
eating some
was
red curry?
no that
Like,
was that
everybody
was
was
a
eating red curry before the fight, bro.
what do you call that shit again? That was a concussion.
Bruh.
That's what it
Everybody
was.
used to vomit, bruh. On
That
Super
peanut
Nintendo,
that peanut head.
bruh.
It was fucking people up. E Honda, that's like fat shaming. Why does he gotta be fat? That's fucked up. Like, what are we doing here, yo?
Cause sumo, all these motherfuckers, all they do is eat carbs and fucking work out, bro.
Okay, quality gaming says he's from the south. We sit in the trees and eat fruits and seafood. You right, but that's why it's a depiction of what they saw. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's just what it boiled down to. I like everybody be real extra with that shit, yo.
It's just
Relax.
exaggerated. When it comes to cartoons, they exaggerate shit. So you might see one thing and then just that's all of it. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because like I remember
Yeah.
Family Guy when Family Guy first came out, yo. I was one of the first fucking people. I was there for the world premiere of Family Guy back in 1999, yo. And they made fun of everybody.
Yeah. I was
They
just
made they
talking to my
made
wife
fun
about that
they
shit.
made fun of the mentally challenged. They made fun of handicapped, black, white, Asian, Chinese, anything, really. Anything. And it was shocking. It was so shocking that you get it you forcefully would chuckle, not because you thought it was funny, but like, I can't believe they said that shit. They had the Jews, right? That shit had me fucking done, yo. They had the Jews. And they were hired from the Germans, right? And my
Mhm.
man Peter was eating a bag of chips, crunching on them, Pringles, and they looked at him in pure horror. You gonna talk about some what? What happened? So fucked up. Then they had the guy that looked like what's his name again? The Stephen Hawking type nigga.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. The dude in the
yeah, they
I think
had
that's
it.
the name.
Yeah,
Stephen Hawking.
they had a teacher. No, that was his name, but it was somebody that was depicting him. But
Yeah.
it wasn't Stephen. It wasn't Steve. The Hawkins dude. He was like the first thing that they did. He was like,
Do it. Don't do it.
he had an argument. He had an argument, right? He had
Yeah.
an argument with his wife, which was also a paraplegic. He was like, "Look what you made me do." He was like, "Look what you made me do." Now I hit you. Like he was like, "Shut up, woman!" And he took his chair and he rammed into her. You made me hit you. I was like, "Oh my god!" I did that in front of company, and then the guy came up there. He was like, "You know, that's
Oh
his
man.
wife, right?" He was like, "I heard they have awesome sex." These motherfuckers was laying in the bed with their chair,
No.
typing in, ooh ah, ooh, stop,
Shit,
slow
bro.
down, you're hurting me. I said, oh my god.
What episode is that, bro? I used to check that shit. Gotta see that shit.
I was in tears. Then he tried to give Brian because he was in the college.
Yeah.
He was like, "No, you're the only person that passed this test, right?" He was like, "Let me write a smiley face on your fucking test." The
Yeah.
motherfucker rammed himself into the chair. His head went face first into the desk. He was like, "Put the pen in my mouth." And this
Yep.
motherfucker, they let this guy go for 40 seconds trying to draw a fucking happy face on Brian's paper, yo. And he was like there. And he pulled himself, his head was like dangling, right? So Brian, look at the thing. Shit was scribbled. It was so fucked up. Oh gosh, man, I miss those days, man, because everybody could get it. It was just like, how fucked up can you get? And that's what I feel like we need to reverse course and shit like that. Okay, so Quality Game said when Obama became president, everyone was racist.
Everything was
Um,
racist. Think about it.
yeah, they called him a monkey. They used to when they do the little characters, political cameras or caricatures. He was always look like a chimpanzee.
Yeah, that's what they was trying to depict him as.
Mm,
Yeah, I remember seeing them shits.
he was mad as shit too. Well, first, well, first of all, I don't look like a chimpanzee. The first thing you need to understand is that I run this bitch. You got me for 8 years, and you got me fucked up. Nigga, I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna get me some chicken, and I hope to take debit. So,
Polynesian sauce.
you got some Polynesian sauce? You take debit?
That's really funny that.
If I keep listening to his voice, I can get it better. But anyway, we're gonna go to a last topic. I remember those episodes. Yeah, that shit was crazy. We're gonna go to the last topic, right? This is the console wars. Console wars. Microsoft poor quality studios. Ooh, I need to put an S over there. Hold on. SSD. Hold on. Let me do that. Whoa. Okay, so
Council Wars.
there we go. No, that looked ugly. Let me shrink the text before you say
Oh,
pause. I need to go.
you said shrink. This ain't said shrink. Pause, nigga.
All right, console wars. So word just got in. You may not know, but Halo came out the beta,
Mm.
and well, let me just put it to you this way: the shit need to go back in the oven. It don't look good. I'm just saying, it needs to go back in the oven. There are missing features. There's no matchmaking. Only the matchmaking for certain days, Tuesdays and Thursdays. A lot of graphics issues. Uh, poor animations, and you really need to go back to the drawing board. Magnificent Black. What you think about that?
I don't know, man. Things have been looking a little
Spooky.
iffy, bro. A little spooky since
It's
Craig got shown, man. I mean, I haven't even when they came
bro,
back
it's not
out.
even Halloween. It's not even Halloween yet, yo, and shit is looking real spooky. We ain't even in
Spooky,
October.
nigga. Halloween, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't see anything promising about the game, to be honest. And I feel like they need maybe another 2 years, bro. The way shit looking, bro. They piecemealing the game,
I mean, you can piecemeal the
mission
game, but that's
submission.
too strong.
Yeah, but like on top of everything, it's being piecemealed, bro. Like people should be really worried. I mean, if they not, some people they're just excited to play Halo again. But like at what cost? Like I don't know. I I said I'm gonna still try to play the. I'm gonna play the game because I got the means to play the game, and I have Game Pass, which I forgot to cancel. So it is what it is. I'm gonna check the game out, but I don't think I'm gonna have a good time. But I don't want to talk about shit that I don't play. You feel me? So I'll have a really good impression about it when it do drop.
Well, let me tell you this, because here's the thing that's the kicker, right? Um, See, when I'm looking at these streams, I can see the amount of people that are in the streams, right? And as soon as I start bringing up Microsoft, right, I start losing views. Not that it matters, because I was gonna. If it was 0 people in there, this is my archives. I do appreciate you guys being in there, but I find it kind of curious, right? That you motherfuckers mad at me about the quality of your games. I can't help the shit. They call the motherfuckers the 434 343 studios. And they can't get shit right. You got 4 5 years to make the game. This. I don't understand what you want. Dragon, first time I think I posted on your live stream chat. Yes, what's going on? Yo, I'm telling
Dragon
you,
Tales, Dragon
don't
Tales.
do it.
Let's all go to Dragon Land. What's good, Dragon Sword? What up,
Yo,
Quality Gaming? Marco Ballistic, Umar,
I
Kitty
really
1989, King Push. Shouts to everybody in the chat.
shout out to everyone.
All my chat niggas, know what I mean? Appreciate y'all coming through.
I really appreciate you, Dragon. Honestly, on my if you want to jump in, you can jump in on the YouTube channel. If you go into the about, you can basically join the Discord and you can just jump right in. There's a limit of
Oh,
6 people, so this really just that. But yeah, um, we had a lot of shit that we were actually talking about that it's big. You know what I mean?
oh,
Pause. Shut up, man. But people were actually upset. It looked like from my viewer count, they were actually upset at the fact that Microsoft has poor quality studios. There is
I don't think
no
that is.
like I'm not even trying to shit on them. This isn't like shitting on them. I had nothing. I can't. I'm just wondering what they were doing for the past 4 years with a franchise that was already established. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, but you have the initiative that you had to hire Crystal Dynamics and you just bought 25 studios. Why are you going out? Why are you outsourcing? I don't get it.
Mhm. I tell you what, if this shit wasn't a quadruple A before, it's definitely look like a quadruple A now. But they hired a whole fucking new studio, an established studio. This ain't no side piece studio. This ain't no. This is these dudes work on Tomb Raider, Marvel's Avengers.
Big
like,
titles.
bruh, like something must have went really wrong, bruh, or they was just that
Well,
team that they put
no, that
together.
was that was they're
It
working
just
on the Perfect Dark, so they just started.
yeah, yeah.
So it's not like they
So
had an issue and then
nah,
they
but I
had
heard
to
that game was, from what I heard, it was that game was like 3 years deep. Perfect Dark. Since 2018, they was working on that game.
for real.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know if that shit's accurate or not. Somebody could fact check that. I will try to fact check myself. But I'm hearing Perfect Dark been worked on since 2018,
And I'm
and
being
it's just still in early development,
and I'm
which
being
is weird.
and the same thing with what's that Hellblade. Motherfuckers is making clouds.
Bro, I know that Hellblade was the first next gen game to be shown, and we ain't got no gameplay yet.
Oh, they
That's
show
on
game. They
God.
did they did show gameplay.
Hellblade?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They ain't show no gameplay for Hellblade.
Yes,
What you
they
talking
did.
about?
I you want to bet?
The last Hell, the new one?
Yeah.
Hell no, they didn't show no gameplay. I would have saw
You
that.
want to bet?
What you talking about?
You put your cash up. Put your cash app up.
Put the cash app. Man, what's up? How much we betting? That I know they ain't show no Hellblade gameplay.
$20.
You talking about the old one or the new one?
No, the new one.
The next gen joint. They ain't show no. I bet you $20.
You bet me $20.
I bet you $20. They ain't show the new joint.
Don't get mad at me.
I'm talking about real gameplay though. Don't fuck around with me.
They did though. They
Nah, I
showed
ain't talking about the in-engine shit. I'm talking about
no.
like
It was
I
it
want to
was
see
it
the
was it was
UI, all
actual
that good
no.
shit,
It
nigga.
was actual gameplay.
That CGI shit don't
It
count.
wasn't CGI. It was the clouds.
Well, in the cloud or in engine, that shit in engine don't count for
It
gameplay.
was running in real time. Them clouds.
I don't the clouds. That ain't gameplay, bro.
It is. It's real
That's
time.
that's cloud play, nigga.
You don't know what they're gonna do with that game. Maybe you flying in the clouds. I don't fucking
I
know.
don't, bro. You remember I was talking about this shit earlier? Though I think
Yeah.
this is funny because we were talking about a lot of shit, but I told you, bro. I was like, I feel like a lot of these games they just on wait and see status, bro. Cause they trying to see what them numbers looking like on Game Pass, bro. And I feel like they throttling them fucking games, bro. Like they're like, hey, stop production. Shit ain't looking good. The numbers ain't up. Like, cause they can't put AAA games into a service that nobody's buying into, bro. It don't make sense, bro. It
But they're
don't make
still, but
sense.
they're
All
paying
the games that
people.
they got lined up, come on,
But
that's
they're
too much
paying.
money, bro.
But they're paying people.
Mm-hmm.
They are paying people, right, on the books. You talking about like health insurance and everything else.
Yeah.
You think they're going to pause them?
I don't know, dog. They probably got them working on other projects. It could be a lot of shit, bro.
Fado
I
mentioned something.
it's
Fado was it Mephisto?
Mephisto.
Mephisto. Shout out
Yeah,
to him. He said, hold on. Umar says, he says Halo Infinite is fucked. I'm sorry, it is. It's looking real bad, man. Like, but the way I see it is this, right? Because Fado mentions this. He says they were already working on games at the time of acquisition. You know what I'm saying? So they already had a lot of games they were working on. I'm like, yo, they were working on them fucking games, but you act like management can't tell you hold the fuck up. Or I need you to make this into a Game Pass like game. I need you to do that. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So it's like they need to take their existing work that they were doing and mix it into something that is conducive for Game Passes, which I think that they're doing. And sometimes it requires them to go back to the drawing board. You know what I mean?
right,
I'm looking at it on a business standpoint. If I were to try to pitch Game Pass, then I'm gonna be like, yo, all of our games need to be Game Pass friendly. Maybe one or two to kind of give that
yeah,
illusion that, you know what I'm saying? Like the what do you call it? The Gears of War, which is crazy because Halo could have been their game, you know what I'm saying? That was the single player game that kind of was the face of Game Pass.
right,
Instead, because they could have had both of those ideas running congruently. You know, one was the mainline game, and then they had like a or standalone game that's like Destiny or whatever. It's kind of like what they did with Ghost of Tsushima, the Legends. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. Or like how they doing with The Last of Us
We don't know.
factions.
We don't know what's going on with the last of us. That's why I didn't mention it because it's like I don't know what that could be. We'll
Well, we know
see.
what's the plan. We know that they said that factions was going to be a
No,
separate
no, we
game.
know that, but we don't know the quality of the game. We don't know much of
No,
anything.
no, we don't. But we're just talking about the business model is all.
But we need. I get it, but the only way that the business model could be spoke about or spoke towards is if it already exists. They have never done this before, so the closest thing to me is fucking the Ghost of Tsushima. They had a full ass game that had nothing to do with Legends, or it did have something to do with Legends, like it was in the same universe. Now, Marco says this Game Pass model makes zero sense to me and how it can ever be profitable. For me, all it will end up doing is weakening the industry and the games we love. And honestly,
Facts.
that's not cap. In order for
That's the worry. That's the worry, bro. Because the
it's
quality we see it already, man. Like the type of games that they're planning. If Halo's any indication of the games that we're gonna get with Game Pass, man, I'm scared for that fucking service, bro. You know what I'm saying?
they
And
haven't had
I'm
anything.
not too fucking scared because I feel like things got a way of balancing out. If that service isn't providing the service that people want to, it's just not gonna be successful.
It's
And then we're
gonna
gonna get back to what's selling, bro. At
it's
the end
gonna
of the
end
day,
up morphing into PlayStation Plus type service. I really, honest to God, I feel like that's what it's going to end up doing. It's going to end up morphing into that. Honestly, because it's just not sustainable. Microsoft has been using third party to bolster their games, despite the fact that they have 20 some odd studios,
mm,
which to me is strange. You know what I mean? And they've been only picking up really small studios that was easy to purchase and stuff like that. And they really care about the IPs more than what the studios could do. Almost all the studios were in danger of closing down. You know what I'm saying? Even Bethesda, in those games. But the IPs are very important. They were just mismanaged to hell. Now, if they only give you $10 million to make a game, so you can either, right, use all the $10 million to make the game, or you can make $2 million in content, right? And then let Game Pass pay for itself. And then you use $2 million to make the other pieces to it. You know what I'm saying? Like drip feed it and allow for the Game Pass replenish what was lost, which is what I think that they're doing. You know what I mean? Does that am I making sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It makes sense. Like it's paying over time
So it's like
type
they're
deal.
only going to release just enough so that Game Pass can catch up subscription wise and the subscription model wise to pay for what they're spending for these studios. This is why it's dangerous. It's dangerous to have Game Pass in a model where games cost to upwards of 2 to 400 million. Um, but it's dangerous to have these games. It's not guaranteed that you can make a game. You know what I'm saying, for 200, $400 million and get your money back. It isn't guaranteed. You know what I mean? I feel like what we were saying before, which my topics usually kind of tie in each other. Kana is a really good. It's a really good example of managing your budget in a quality title and still keeping the interest of the buyers in mind by having a cheap, an affordable game. Also,
That's
Xbox
facts,
own
Marco.
Xbox own fans are exploiting the $1 Game Pass offer to get all the games for nothing, and in turn laughing at PlayStation and Nintendo gamers for having the audacity to pay for their games. I just saw a YouTube video where they were saying that we were dumb because to say that we're to support our games. This is the same issue that we're going through now in the United States, right? When it comes to unemployment.
But yeah, reminded me to cancel my subscription because I took advantage of the dollar deal twice as well.
Well, because at least
But I
try
don't
to
use it.
see how you feel about it. But that's how,
Yeah,
what I'm saying. Sometimes if you're worth it, you can't just give the price up like that. You know what I'm saying? Not for this long. There's a time. There's time frames. You can't just be just. I'm just gonna leave it out here and hope for the best. That's not how shit works.
they counting on
Because
people to
they're
forget about
literally
the
this is
subscription
the
like
same
me.
thing. This is the same thing. Well, let me go back to say this. This is the
Hmm.
same situation that we're dealing with in the United States when it comes to unemployment. When this economy started to collapse due to COVID and everything being shut down, um, people had their hands out for unemployment, right? No one
Hmm.
gave a fuck about what the ramifications were and the damage that that will do to the industry. And they knew better. You were totally fucking healthy to work and you decided to stay on unemployment, right? Then when everything comes crashing down and you're looking around, oh, got a job, I can't find a job, blah, 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 blah. This is done. You're doing damage to that economy, to the economy. And Game Pass is doing damage to that. Not only that, but the same thing with the cable industry, right? If you guys don't know anything about it, you may have parents or grandparents that have cable. They will offer these packages that are like 89.99, 79.99, 69.99, right? That is not the true price of that shit. They get that money back through shareholders. And then when the customer calls in, they're like, yo, what the fuck happened to my price? It just went up 40 fucking dollars. What happened? Well, you gave them the illusion that that's what the value of that was. And then try to sell it to them again. We just gave you a quick price real quick. That's not how it works. That you made it look like it's worth the 89.99 when it's 130. You know what I mean? And then you get mad at the customers for being upset about the fact that the price went to regular rates. And that's what Microsoft is doing with their product. Microsoft is doing that very thing to their product. They are literally undervalued, or what's the word I'm looking for, Black? Um, basically that's not the value, but you're selling it cheaply, and that's what people are really believing that value is. It's I don't know what it is. I don't know, but people believe that shit. They believe that it's cheap.
Right.
They think it's a dollar. It's worth a dollar. Chariot, yo, what's going on, bro? House Stadia. But yeah, when you release shit like that for a dollar consistently, it's going to That's the expectation. The expectation is that that's what it's worth. And that's what it should be priced at. It's a fucking dollar. So when you do go to regular rates, people gonna look at you fucking crazy. You know what I mean? You don't ever start it off like that. You know, Kana is the real deal. It really is, dude. It really is. But that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, do you agree with me on this one? Am I crazy?
Nah, man, everything making sense, bro. I don't know, man. Hopefully, I don't know if I want the model sounds good. I see the thing with the indies and sometimes the indies. It's a good way to save if you go gauge whether or not your game is going to be highly supported or not, and you see like, hey man, I might be taking an L, like a major L. Game Pass might be a really good option for you to you know, to save some damage when it comes to your return on investment. You know what I'm saying? So you cut that deal with Microsoft, like how Outriders looked like it wasn't doing too good, and they made that last minute deal. It looked like it was a last minute deal on Xbox to get that on that service, and they're like, you know what? We ain't gonna do that well on Xbox, so we might as well just get this little money. You know what I'm saying? That covers some of our development costs, and then whatever it sell, it sell. You know what I'm saying? But at least we cover for this amount. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like it might be good for depending on what it is, because it like these AAA games are they're risk and shit. I don't know, man. I see some things that might be cool about it, and other times I don't know. Like the day and date promise seems cool, but even then, look at the games that we're getting. Like I don't see any games that are promising. I see ideas and no dates. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really started to see this Game Pass shit hasn't really started to bear any fruit. So anything
You
that we
know,
can look
and
for.
it's funny too, because Chariot Gaming, Chariot Man Gaming mentioned this. He's a Stadia channel, right? And he says he's mad at Stadia, and the reason why is because the big games are not coming out on Stadia because it doesn't make the money. Fucking Google would have to spend a lot of fucking money to put that on there because guess what? They're not getting anything in return and maybe losing money by putting it on the fucking platform, you know? We don't know what it is in the background. Uh, totally agree. Game Pass categorically cannot benefit the industry in the long run. It has short-term gain models with zero subsidized or sustainability. Going back to the game on the Switch for a while. Stadia, don't get me started on that steaming pile. Look, he's making he's making rounds with the Stadia. He is. He's making rounds with it. That his channel is based off of Stadia. He's doing well with it, and he's gonna ride. He's gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. There's nobody doing content on Stadia. So if you guys are curious about Stadia, I would suggest you go to his channel. You know, even if it's curiosity.
Mhm.
You know, but the way that
Yeah,
it works, the way that it works here is that people are so. This is the problem with our generation. I think we had a couple streams way back. People are so fucking selfish. You know what I'm saying? They're so immediate. I don't care about anything else. What can you do for me right now, nigga? Now, nigga. What can you do for me? And and when the industry collapses, then you scratch your head. Shock Pikachu face. You should do both, man. Shock Pikachu face when the shit don't work out. You feel me? I don't understand why you see studios close down. There was such a good studio. Why could you just throw money at something dead?
it was so good,
It
so
was so
good.
good. It's so good. It's like a coworker. It's like a worker just dropped dead and shit like that. You still trying to give them a fucking page. They can't do nothing with it. It's done. They're done. You know what I mean? They're not going to be able to spend this shit. Now you want to talk, scream their praises. Like the same thing that happened with Sony and their Japan studios. Oh my God, why is Sony not throwing money at it? They just all they care about is the Western people and money. How could you care about money? That kind of goes to virtue signaling, actually. Damn, I be just linking these motherfuckers together. No offense, but I'm not interested in State at all. Yeah, somebody is though. This channel kind of blew up with the Stadia thing, but like, yeah, they're like, well, Gravity Rush was so original, and didn't even fuck, didn't even buy this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to buy it when it's fucking $5 on PlayStation Plus or free. I'm gonna buy it. No, nigga, buy that shit for 70 or 60 when it was out. Buy it for that. You know what I mean? It's just, that's fine, Marco. But it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like, you guys should be. I mean, if you're an Xbox fan, man, you should really be concerned that they have all these studios and you haven't seen a motherfucking thing. You know what Microsoft is like, Black?
Mm,
It's like that beautiful bitch that that keeps you in the friend zone. You know what I'm saying? You swear up and down you're gonna get that punani one day, and she keeps saying, I don't know, I'm just not ready for a relationship. But can you help me paint my house?
mm,
Niggas is scrambling to paint this bitch's house. You know what I'm saying? Then you paint that shit. Hey, what are you doing later? Oh, well, I have my other friend that I want to talk to really quickly. Tyrone is he haven't seen me in a while, but thank you so much. You're so kind. I definitely we will be in touch. And getting her back blown out by Tyrone and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? you guys
mm.
keep you guys they haven't showed anything.
Xbox fans looking like some sugar daddies right now, bro. They just paying them bills every month, not getting shit. No sugar.
No sugar at all. You ain't
Yeah,
getting
they sugar daddy stuck in the friend zone, bro. I don't know what's going on. But hey, they said that they satisfied. They like their features. I don't care
they
about
like
games, but the
they like
features
that
are
they like
good.
that bath water. That's what they like. You
They
know what I'm
don't care
saying?
about Triple A's. They don't care about Marvel IPs anymore. You know what I'm saying? Even though they gamers, and we all in the same culture, dog. Like anime, Marvel comics. We all grew up in the same era, but they don't care about that shit no more. So it's all good. They happy. They said they happy. So I'm happy for them. You know what I'm saying? I
Well,
know I ain't happy.
they the
As,
type of they the type of motherfuckers that go out there and how
I
can
ain't
I
happy
put
with
this?
Xbox, but they true Xbox fans. So yes, I'm
Ordering bath water.
damn
You know what I
drinking
mean?
bathwater right
Drinking
here.
bath water from Phil Spencer. The niggas in a bubble bath selling that shit. Yo, y'all slurping it up, huh?
I don't know, man. I know that they want more, but they just I don't know why they don't just ask for hold these niggas accountable, bruh. That's the least you could do, bruh.
That's
Because if
all we
Sony wasn't
saying.
putting
Like,
out the games, like hold these motherfuckers accountable, bruh. Like, dog, I want Killer Instinct, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But
I
like,
ain't
I
getting
don't see
that
nobody asking for Killer Instinct but me and maybe a couple other dudes from the FGC.
because they wasn't playing
Like,
it in the first place. What they want, I don't know what the fuck they want. I was going to say something, but then I just drew a blank. Alarm bells rang with me. We see here. The dude stated as soon as I saw Phil go dead stare on the reveal that that man somehow keeps walking into top jobs will fucks up every single time. Now, Phil, what is it? Phil Harrison, yo, he was killing that PlayStation Home, yo. You know what I'm saying? He was killing the fuck out of that. So you can't get too mad at him. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I think they hired him, paid him top dollar just to just show face. You know what I mean? Glad Google got rid of him. um, but yeah, I mean, do you have really anything else to add to the quality? 'Cause, I feel like honestly, it's not to make fun of Microsoft. It really isn't. It's not to make fun of its fans either. I mean, I'm sounding like a concerned person. I'm just kind of curious myself. Like just like we were talking about before, if you want people to buy your shit, you gotta sell it. You can't just have an idea and just and walk away from it. Yeah, I got some bomb ass music, and then walk away. Like, you want to buy it?
I think ultimately, dog, like when it come down to it, like nobody want to see Microsoft do shitty and fail, bro. And if they do, dog, they some fucking fanboys, but like if you're a fan of gaming, you want to see Microsoft compete with what PlayStation is doing, because we want them to push the bar. We don't want Sony to get lazy, bruh. We don't want them to get cocky. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody to be competing with them to push the industry forward and just to be competitive, man, so we could get the games at good pricing. Cause what's stopping? Like, dog, I'm cool with the 70, dog. I don't know if I'm cool with the 80. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's stopping Sony from saying, "Hey, fuck it, nigga. Hey, nah, it's 80 now, nigga." You know what I'm saying? like, what's stopping them from doing it, bro? They the only one really producing these quality games, bro. So it's like when Phil's comes out and he says, "Hey, man, we're not trying to have this version of this box, or this red console, or this green console, or this blue console. We're not trying to do what they doing over there." That's kind of scary to me. I'm like, all right, cool. Have your niche, have your specialty, but I still want to see quality, and I don't see the games yet, bro. All we got is the CGI shit and the rah, rah, nah, 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 that fucking trailer from early 2019, 2020. Yeah, we ain't got nothing from that game yet. They just keep showing us environments. Oh, this is we went to Naples and we did some footage. I don't give a fuck. What the gameplay, bitch? You know what I'm saying? They showed us some dumb shit environments. They went to the Netherlands and we captured some. Oh, that's nice with the gameplay. You know what I'm saying? They
Well,
catapults and shit. What is that, bro?
I mean, they quick to hire some chick with a shaved side hair and a nose ring. You know what I mean? We gonna
Yeah, man. I
shave the
don't
sides of
know.
your head, yo.
Shit might get scary, dog. Shit good right now. The getting's good. The games we getting games, but if we go, I don't think we go another generation without Sony. Sony saying fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We it. Y'all ain't got shit else. You gonna pay us our money type shit. Like that shit could come, bro, anytime. Like
Well, I
another
mean,
generation, bro.
look at Disney and Marvel.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Um, they didn't really kind of screw you over, but I will say this, right? Like I do, as for any company, man, you gotta balance you gotta balance your profits and everything else. You can't just be like, fuck it, you know what I mean? That's not how that shit works. Wait a minute, Phil Hedgewood is not Google. Say that now. What the fuck? But yeah, I think he left. Phil Harrison. But yeah, I mean, you can't sit there and really, I don't know, man. Like you gotta balance everything. You can't, you know what I'm saying. And then the games were $60 for like how long? For two
Yeah,
generations.
which is cool. I'm happy that they went up on that shit. If that's what's gonna make them continue to make great games, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like with
still
the
not. I'm
inflation.
still not happy. And apparently it's not enough because not only did they
Nah,
raise the price, but now they got to start putting their games on different platforms to get the extra money.
yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
every year it has to be improvement, dog. Or shit. You got your investors; they want to see improvement every year. They don't want to be stagnant.
but like I
The
said,
stock has to improve every year.
Kana is very important though, like because it's showing you that you don't have to be AAA. You know what I'm saying? To get your shit bought. You know,
And it kind of shows that you can have AAA quality without AAA budget. You know what I'm saying?
right?
So
Now, don't
they
get it
doing some
wrong.
great
Don't
things. The
get it
quality
wrong.
is there,
So
bro.
Sony
Mhm.
raised the bar so high. If their games going to look like Horizon Forbidden West, that is so fucking high, quality wise.
That's like nobody's expecting them to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
You
With
know what I'm
Sony's.
saying? But
Yeah,
Sony's going to Sony. That shit is so high, and Sony always been known to be more expensive. Like I remember I told you about the whole TV thing.
yeah.
They're going to be more expensive, and the reason why they are more expensive is because there's a lot of little extra things here and there. You know what I mean? Technically,
They
color.
always been like that.
They've always
It's
been like
always
that.
been kind of like the luxury, kind of the luxury brand. They Walkmans was CD players was more than everybody's. That shit. You got the
The
TV, the
Blu-rays,
Bravias was
DVRs,
always
the
more experienced.
Bravias, the
Yeah, everything.
computers, the
They was always charging
phones.
more.
You know what I'm saying? Because they had like little things in there. It was the swag. It was the
They
drip.
always did innovation with their shit though. You know, it was always something that like one upped the competition
Yeah.
in one way or another.
And maybe
So
they saw that maybe it was overvalued in terms of what they or over perceived value, and they charged whatever it is. Whatever it is, no one else did it, and it was at a certain quality, or
yeah.
whether it be drip or just in general, because their shit do look nice. Their consoles and hardware. It has like a certain swag to it. So, but yeah, I mean, that's really just to bring up. Yeah, I'm not really trying to be concerned about it, but it for me, my own personal concern is like, what the fuck are they doing?
You see
Like,
anything like in the timeline of Microsoft that you might be interested in playing? Balance ain't good.
hey,
You said you said that, right?
I'm just, honestly, what's the zombie game again?
Redfall? Was
No,
it
no, no,
Redfall?
no, 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 not that one.
Oh,
That's
Left
vampire.
4 Dead type
N-
joint.
no, Undead Labs makes it.
I don't recall. I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember the name. You talking about the last commercial they had with the black girl yelling at the deer zombie? That
Well,
joint?
yeah, I think it is,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
been out there.
That was CGI, but yeah.
They just released one not too long, not long, a couple years ago. It's a zombie game. It was a co-op
That's
zombie. It's a co-op zombie game.
Xbox IP. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just don't recall the name.
Okay, okay, okay. So just to
Yeah,
let you know, yeah. State of Decay.
Steady
Yes,
Decay.
thank you.
There you go. Yeah, Steady Decay.
Um,
But you know that trailer they showed, that was a CGI trailer.
no, no, damn well I know
Okay,
that.
no, I only mentioned it because I found out recently. I thought that was an engine.
Nah, nah.
I just found out a couple of weeks ago. I was like, bruh, that was fake. I was like, oh no. I did I did the clang. Oh my.
Oh
Whatever the fuck you say.
my!
Yeah, I did that shit. I was like, no. Pause. Oh God.
He said that Paul said it all about Xbox.
Yeah, man.
Honestly,
That's
like
sad.
if you were to ask me what do I have, what am I looking forward to for Nintendo? Honestly, because I'm a big Kirby fan, I mean, honestly, it was underwhelming that Kirby showing for their game. It was
Yeah.
underwhelming, flat out. You know what I'm saying? But I have a soft spot for Kirby, always. You know what I'm saying? And the Zelda game. So I can name that instantly. But State of Decay would be the only one because of the concept. And I know they're just not good enough. They're not good enough to make a game. They're just not. They're not good enough. They're not good enough to make a game that looked like that CGI trailer. They're not good enough. But if Microsoft threw money at it and told everybody to kind of like 400 people deep and made a game, a co-op game, and put the efforts, you know what I'm saying? Like make it look like The Last of Us esque graphically and shit like that, man, I would be super interested in it because I like the concept of it, but I don't like Bethesda games. I
I
don't.
don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't like this philosophy they doing where they just got numbers, all these number of studios, and they're not like hiring the right people. We seen so many people leave to go to these Microsoft studios, and then they leave after months. They leave after months. It's like, yo, hold up, y'all talking about this all-star roster of developers, but then the guys who you recruited, they left. So it's like, what's left out? Why did they leave? What the hell's going on over there? You know what I'm saying? That's not normal, dog. So, I don't know, fam.
Mm,
I don't want to be the negative Nancy, you know what I'm saying? But it just ain't looking good, bro. It's hard to be enthusiastic about what the fuck is being shown. They ain't no games, you know what I'm saying? They got the little deals with the third parties and shit. That's cool, you know. But the first party studios, I still ain't got my new Killer Instinct, next gen Killer Instinct. You know what I'm saying? That's why I bought an Xbox One. You know what I'm saying? All those games that they had at launch, some of them I didn't support, some of them I did. Like I went and picked up the what's the shit with the dude with the time lapse thing. I forgot the name of the game, but I picked that game up even though I thought it was boring as shit. You know what I'm saying? I picked that game up with the dude with the time thing. It was the two actors and shit, and it was like piecemeal game
oh,
story or story
I don't
whatever.
fucking, I don't even fucking know.
I forgot the name of it, but anyways, I picked that up. I picked the Killer Instinct up day one. Like, bro, I was there for that. You know what I'm saying? And they had games, so I don't know what the hell's going on now. They don't want to compete with the exclusives, dog. I don't know what the fuck going on, bro. But you know, you're beating the dead horse at this point, man. We all know that they fucked.
I hate to say, I
Like,
really do hate to
but
say that shit. I mean, I'm not even trying to be negative and stuff like that. It's just not. It's not competition for Sony or anybody for the matter. It's not. They
only
ain't
got
showing
one hand
shit.
tied behind their back right now, bro. Ain't no pressure, bro.
You know what I mean? That's why they just came out.
No pressure, bro.
And we see a
Quantum break. There you
quantum
go,
break.
Kingfish. I appreciate you, G.
Yo,
Yeah,
but
man.
that's fucking Remedy. Like that's not even Microsoft. That's the thing.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. They made sure like they actually cared enough to make sure that they had exclusives, whether it was third party or not. They weren't like, oh, we don't need exclusives. That shit came out of I mean, I said Xbox. Phil Spencer's name, bruh. Out his mouth. Excuse me. He said that we don't need exclusives to sell Xboxes. He said that.
He said a
They
lot of. He
interviewed
said that. He
that,
said that
that
triple.
man
He
said
he
we
said
don't need exclusives.
he said triple A. He said triple A games aren't necessary either.
Bruh, he said we don't need that to sell Xboxes. He's like, man, he's like, y'all niggas don't want games from us. Y'all want friends.
I
Y'all want
don't.
y'all supposed to be like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell. And Xbox was like, man,
Yo, let
we
me.
good. We
Yo,
don't need nothing.
you saw a post up on Twitter, right? This nigga
Mm.
was looking at trash bags and shit like that. I was like, oh, okay, all right. That don't look good though. That's the funny thing. It really doesn't look good. Not only that, but like post up. A lot of these guys are known to not do well. I mean, they don't play games. They don't play games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like. I don't know what kind of fan is that, man. Oh, they play Twitter more than they play games. You know what I'm saying? Like I have the money to get all those games that I want for my PlayStation 5. I am overwhelmed with games to play. I cannot play. I can't. Whether you call DLC or whatever, I cannot allow myself to buy any more games. It is too much. Who that? Who yellow?
I don't know, man. But I can't get myself
Oh
into
shit.
gaming conversations with people who scared to show their fucking profile
Yeah.
name and all that shit.
He
It just
joined
don't make sense,
in.
bro. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Before we wrap this up, yo,
oh,
um,
Dragon Sword came through last minute.
Dragon Tales. Yeah, you gonna unmute? I'm about to
Yeah, you
Kevin.
muted. You
I'm about
muted,
to
bro. There you go.
I'm about to Kevin Samuels. Unmute your mic, please. Yeah, I can hear you. Yo, you there?
He unmuted, but I don't hear nothing.
About to be Kevin Samuel, yo.
You hear me?
Now
Yep, yep.
you got to turn yourself. How tall are you?
What?
I'm sorry, it's a Kevin Samuel joke. What's good, homie?
Uh, doing okay. Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you get a chance, take a look at Kevin Samuel shit. Oh, you get the joke. It's an inside joke. Yo, so we're gonna spend a little bit of a section before we call this, or before we close this out here. You wanted to say some things about the video I posted about Bayonetta versus Project Eve. What did you want to say about that?
And wow, might actually be a massive topic, honestly. Guess as far as the tease, look at Bayonetta 2 E3 2013, and look at the trailer for Bayonetta 3. Um, and yeah, not gonna lie, I was kind of shocked. I think myself as well.
I didn't want to be mean to the game. Okay, so the context, right? Illogical, yo, what's going on? Twitter is their exclusive. I know, right? I didn't want to be mean. So to add context, Black, um, I made the video about Bayonetta 3 versus Project Eve, right? And I'm gonna read a little excerpt of what Dragon actually said. You still there with you still with me?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here with you.
Yeah, okay,
Yep.
cool. So I actually really appreciate you going and leaving that message. You know what I mean? Like that means a lot, man. But just to get to the meat and potatoes of what you were saying, Dragon says, though it is not a good look, especially when comparing this to Bayonetta 2, which I can't believe I'm making a comparison to a 7-year-old game that's about to turn 8 when Bayonetta 3 comes out. In fact, Bayonetta 2 may look better and have more things going on than in Bayonetta 3 in some cases, based off of the trailer, as crazy as that sounds. You want to elaborate on that?
Uh, right. Um, I'm really still, you know, still in progress as far as coming to that conclusion. I guess I kind of start. I was kind of looking at the face for Bayonetta, and then eventually I was looking at the face or the I like pick before getting into trailer for E3 2013, and that was the first warning sign.
Mm.
um, yeah, not too like not too different, of course, but the fact that I'm already like going with this comparison is already yeah. And then think yeah, looking at the trailer for E3 2013. There's a lot more action going around. Like there were several more like torture attacks. Now, of course, it's the first trailer, so not everything. But from the 2013 trailer, but not only several torture attacks, but there were also, I mean, it's called out ring climax. I don't know if anybody knows.
You're
You
talking
guys
about
have to play the
Bayonetta
game.
2, right?
Yeah, we're talking about being at two.
Mm-hmm. It was a
Those
crazy set piece, right?
yeah, I think, and it happens. I think multiple times. Yeah, where certain body parts of the demons attack the enemies. Yeah, um, and he uses the bar on the top left. Yeah, top left. I think. Yeah, purple bar. Yeah, it's been a while since I played that game. And not only that, but just a lack of just action set pieces like the train, the jet, and even going against the like alley. The name of that demon. It's like a dog hound, but a big one. Yeah, like at the end.
Almost like a
I
Cerberus.
that's a reverse. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, one of the things that me and my friend was actually talking about, MC Bayonetta 3 environment straight up look like a PS1 standard. Damn, they'll do that. Character models looked okay, but damn, that was better. That better just be because Platinum Games had the rush to reveal trailer for Nintendo Direct. So one of the things I did notice, I'm not a big Bayonetta fan, but we were talking about this earlier, me and Black. Sell your game. I didn't know I wanted Ghost of Tsushima for the PS 4, but they sold it, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Like, if you're just going based off of fan service, oh no, like you're gonna have to do better than that. You know what I mean? And I'm not the only one that thinks that way. You're not the only one that think that way. That it literally looks bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't look that great. I don't even think was it running at 60 frames a second, Dragon? Do you know? Uh,
I really, I mean, I think in the beginning and middle, but at the end, I really don't think so. When she was riding on the Cerberus, yeah.
and I would say that I don't know. I did see artistically, not artistically, but in the trailer, she was able to freeze the demon.
Oh, it's called Wish Time. Yeah.
So you were able to do that in the other ones. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It actually slows down time. Actually, freezing time that exists, but for it's not a playable mechanic, but that's for a certain enemy type to avoid spoilers, I guess. Those who wouldn't want to play the past games. Yeah.
I mean, people are cautiously optimistic with the game. You know what I'm saying? They're cautiously optimistic on what they've seen. I guess it's nice to see her face again. You know what I mean? like a comforting thing. Like, okay, wow, I see her. I haven't seen this game in a while, but then there was a lot to unpack regarding that game, and not in a positive way. It was like, what is like? Was there anything new, Dragon, about the game
Um,
in that trailer? Did they show anything new?
right. Was the kaiju demon summons? We actually controlled them. That's not. Yeah, that's not in the first two games. Transformation when she turns into humanoid, transforms into humanoid butterfly. I don't think that was in the first two games.
I've seen the butterfly thing, but what was that, cutscenes?
That was like during. That was like during like when she was attacking that big giant sort of. uh,
I mean, and it's not a comparison between the two games. I mean, Black, what did you think about Bayonetta 3, the reveal?
I didn't see the reveal yet.
Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't see
oh
that yet.
no. I guess one question, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
I guess Magnificent Black. You played the Bayonetta games?
I played the first one on PlayStation 3.
Okay, so
Okay.
your, I guess, reaction to it is gonna be interesting.
I
If you haven't played the second one.
The general consensus is that, yeah, there's some things that they tackled that, you know, the older one, people think that it's going to be deeper in terms of control. You know what I'm saying? And just the controls and mechanics of the game. But from what they showed, not even just a graphical standpoint, the reason why I compared Project Eve, it's not a real comparison, nor is it a fair one. It's just Nintendo needs to release another console. If this is the limiting factor, like if this is the upper echelon, you got to do yourself a favor, Black. And look at that reveal trailer. It
will be doing myself a favor by looking at
Do yourself a favor to look at it just in general. Just out of morbid curiosity as to why it looks that way. People are saying that it looks worse than Bayonetta 2.
How's that possible?
I don't know.
I don't. I mean, I wouldn't say completely looks worse,
No,
but just
some aspects shouldn't have
uh,
been backwards with a more
yeah,
powerful, capable console. I get it's a handheld, but that's really like CPU issues. Like, I think they put, didn't they? Isn't there another Bayonetta on a Switch anyway?
yeah. Bayonetta
So,
1 and 2 got ported to Switch, I think,
so
2018.
for it to go backwards doesn't make any sense unless there's bigger environments. I don't know.
There's a theory going around that um, this is an alternate universe Bayonetta. That's why it's looking the way that it is. Nah, I don't know if that's going to end up being the case, but
What does that even mean? What does that mean? And that world is ugly or graphic. Is that what it is? In a world where Bayonetta there's less polygons, it is like what exactly are we doing here? It's like what?
um,
I'm
they
trying.
called this.
I'm trying to hang with it. I'm trying to hang with it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean, I get if this is leading up to, I don't know, some sort of big sort of multiverse sort of thing happening. We don't know. Um, and even if it is, calling this 3 doesn't really help. If it's going to end up being more of a interlude sort of experience, maybe.
Basically, yeah, it has to be something big if you're gonna call it a sequel. We were talking about because I'm 36 and I like Tomb Raider, the old Tomb Raider PlayStation 1 games. And when they did their sequels, even though the games released annually, they were pretty big changes. There was mechanics like, having flares and be able to use there's dark areas and you had to kind of use that to kind of navigate your environment, more moves and vehicles. all in a year spanned. It was they added more to it. I last thing before we close shop here, and then if you wanted to kind of expand this topic, and you just let me know on what exactly. Now you're not temporary dragon, are you?
As far as what, I guess.
All right. Larry. All right. Peace out, man.
Hey yo, y'all two have a good one. Hey, Dragon, nice talking to you, bruh. Hey yo, Josh, I'll let you, man.
All right, man. Take
For
care.
sure, for sure.
Um, if you just expand about what we can do, when I say temporary, like when you joined the Discord, I don't know how Discord work all together. Let me add you as a friend because you just joined. What happened when you joined? Then let me ask you that.
um, an open chat. So able to just come in.
All
That.
right. Let me find this. And it didn't tell me that you It's not telling me that you let me just add you. Okay. Oh, you know what? Here. I'm gonna send this. No, 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 no. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. See, it says invite people, but that's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, hold on. Add a friend. All right, cool. Got you. Um, I didn't even get a notification. I don't know what's be going on with this. YouTube be tripping. Probably because I said the R word. I don't know what's going on, Azizel. The thing that I wanted to ask you because I want to kind of, like what exactly? Because we were about to close. Well, I'm about to close this out. What exactly did you said that it was going to be a big topic? What topic were you, what do you mean by that?
I guess what the Switch really is, especially they just in terms of just looking past generations, and I guess on a topic of just predecessor and successor, yeah, and how that all like really um factors into everything that pretty much we're seeing with the Switch, yeah, from like the start of the launch to now, come next year, yeah. So
It's long in the tooth, the Switch, because people forget that the Wii U was supposed to be the generation,
yeah,
and then it ended up from the Wii U. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Halfway through it, I would say 2 years into it, they had to do the Switch.
I believe
You
it
know what I'm saying?
was um 4 years and 4 months. Wii
Now,
U
do,
was November.
now, do you
Yeah,
have any other
November.
consoles? Do you have any other consoles?
I have a PS4. Um, a laptop. Um, history. Oh, got that in late. That's that was for for specific reason. And yes, 3DS. Game Boy. Way Advance SP. Um, the Wii. Um, the GameCube. Yeah.
So you are a Nintendo fan then?
Am even though coming later. Yeah.
No, notice how I didn't say fanboy. I said a fan. I'm a play. How did you come across my channel?
uh, um, came in from oh, um, actually watched your I wouldn't say technically your content because it was actually someone else's podcast. King, King T. Um,
Oh, King Thrash.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everybody's
um,
finding me from there. Yeah, go on.
yeah. And that was pretty much about it. I think we might have had a conversation here and there. I think like a while ago. Um, we kind of. It was more like minor. Yeah. Yeah. at the time, I think your channel was, I think, called Old Things Sony. Like,
It was.
yeah. Yeah. I was just checking back every now and then, and I checked this one. Um, and then you were posting more videos, I think, on the industry overall.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah. And I've pretty much been following, I think ever since, and I guess it's kind of me joining in. I guess once you started, um, um, just talking the whole just now the situation with being in it free. I guess I was kind of where I was deciding to kind of be here, and um, wasn't going to originally. I think plan to out here the podcast until I guess just until I got more got I would say everything to kind of explain what's really going on with the Switch, kind of, I guess, and everything. And still a bit premature because their next corporate management policy briefing hasn't done yet. But for having me, yeah. So
Next week, because I do this every Saturday. Next week, well, I'm gonna be in, yeah, I'm gonna be in Texas, but I'm still gonna do it. Um, I am going to talk about like the reason why I changed my channel from all things Sony to what it is now is to kind of reflect, you know, covering a broad band, a broad scope of different content and stuff like that. And there was another YouTube channel that I have, um, and it was kind of cannibalizing each other, and we changed things out. So now I can really spread my wings in terms of speaking on different things. I would, uh, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a big Nintendo fan, because it goes against what I like games for. Now, I don't hate them. You know what I'm saying? I don't even dislike them. I'm not biased towards it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Sony because Sony makes, I'm not even going to say quality, but Sony makes the games that I want, which are heavily cinematic games. I like cinematic games. Like, even when you go all the way back to PS1 and they were doing Tomb Raider, the cameras that they had in the game were very cinematic. It slowed down to a stop, and it was like it was like someone was following Laura Croft as she did her flips and stuff like that. Just Metal Gear Solid was cinematic. They matured the industry, and I like the mature content. Is why I kind of like it. You know what I'm saying? Let alone quality and things of that nature. Now, does Nintendo do quality? Yes. It's the maturity of it and the cinematic nature of it is what I like about it. Now, what pisses me off about Nintendo is that I feel like they need to push the envelope for sure. They,
um,
I get it. They don't want to waste the money. I totally understand that, and I can't knock their hustle when it comes to gaming. I can't knock it. Can't, because it's making them money. But what they did with Zelda Breath of the Wild, they need to do with everything that they're making, that they have under themselves. Like, I was disappointed when they showed Kirby, and that Kirby game looks like the N64 game in terms of mechanics, and that pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they could do so much more. Animal Crossing, they could do so much more. It's like they're so afraid to go outside of their comfort zone and expand and make these IPs spread their wings, but the quality's still there. What you guys say about that? As a Nintendo fan, am I being irrational?
at least for what I think, I don't think so. In fact, I've yet to get a Switch. Crazy
Wait, what?
is, yeah. And I'd say it just comes down to just, I mean, here's the thing. did say this was not a successor to Wii U or 3DS. Now you could have took that as if it was a lie or not, but it does and kind of what really is going on here. And I'm really more there, I think, really for the successors, really to Wii U games, and to be honest, the um actually Wii U
What label?
uh did you actually play Wii U games?
You asked me, did I play Wii U games?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played
Um,
every Nintendo console. Just I just never owned a lot of them. I'm not going to sit there and say that I'm a gamer and have everything. I have a clear preference, but that doesn't stop me from liking. Okay, so how old are you, by the way, Dragon?
uh, early 20s.
Early 20s. Okay. So I come from the highlight of Nintendo to me was the N64. That's when they were really going in on quality games and not afraid to really kind of push the envelope. They had new genres of games like Smash Brothers. There was no game like that prior to it. They ended up pioneering platformers, which was Mario 64. There was no game like that. They also pioneered action adventure games and RPGs, and they're still good to this day. You know what I'm saying? And if they couldn't make it, then they made sure that if they commissioned somebody to make it, that it was up at the highest quality, such as 007, GoldenEye. And one of the biggest things too is music. Music, I'm really big with music. I make my little beats and stuff like that, but like in general, I love music. And all the music back then for Nintendo was just through the roof quality, like really high caliber stuff. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Like we do need to talk about Nintendo and where they're going. And since I don't have the moniker all things Sony, I can definitely kind of spin a subject on what's going on with Nintendo because I really do think that they need to. I mean, this is me being a busybody, but I would love to make Nintendo, have Nintendo make me buy another console. I bought the GameCube and I bought or I got it bought for me, the Game Boy Pocket, because the content was a must have. You know what I'm saying? It was must have content. There's nothing on the Switch that makes me say I need to get one. You know what I mean? GameCube at least had Smash Brothers, Melee. You needed that. When they're doing stuff like Kirby, and it's still, I don't know, 2.5D. You know what I'm saying? Zelda is the only thing that they're doing innovatively. They don't even really fuck with Metroid like that. So it's this disheartening, honestly. It is. So yeah, I think we can definitely do, if you wanna show up next week, I think we can definitely do a topic specifically for Nintendo for sure. For sure. It needs to be kind of like talked about.
I guess the one thing I'll say is, I guess it could just be personally. Yeah. I guess personally, really, what I think, I guess, was their peak. Really saying this, well, good. It's out there. Actually, Wii U. Wasn't that many exclusives, but I think some of the exclusives showed. I think just pretty much, yeah, stepping up the bar. Um, it made an open world JRPG that had 5 distinct sort of biomes. And not only that, but also mech combat and mech exploration.
What game was this?
Like Chronicles X. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And did you play it or?
I've seen it being played.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, like I'm pretty experienced with games, and if I wanted it or not. So don't let that discourage you and or sway you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
Um,
but like I said, there's certain games that I'm interested in, and if I'm not interested in it that much, then there's definitely going to be like I'll check it out vicariously. And sometimes you just never know. Like I would never have liked anything from Square Enix until my sister bought a game by mistake. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just play it. And then I was like, this is pretty damn good. You just never know. So that's why you should always leave the door open, you know? Never know. But go on.
uh, and not only that, but also they have. I don't know if it's really revived, but they have also, I think, for the first time since last time it came in, which is crossover games, and not only just any sort of crossover games, but also crossover games that, in a sense, have the potential to rival new IPs as far as new ideas. Um, yeah, combining ideas from both, um, yeah, um, franchises to it's something that is a mix of both, which could, in a way, kind of freshen up the industry. Now, the example, which I don't know if everybody's gonna agree with it, is Tokyo Mirage Sessions Strip FE. Yeah, I mean, of course, there's flaws with the game, but say in terms of what it had in terms of not only implementing the Fire Emblem sort of RPG sort of mechanics in it, and also Shin Megami Tensei mechanics also in it as well, but also have new mechanics that were a combination of yeah, certain mechanics from both of the games, yeah, and yeah, that's I mean, that's not the only one. I think to an extent you could say the same thing for Tekken Tournament. It
Mm.
was a combination of Pokemon and Tekken. But yeah, probably leaning more towards Tekken, but also some mechanics, I guess, from Pokemon. Also, like yeah, um, into that game as well. And I mean, there's others. There's Hyrule Warriors. I haven't played that one. Like, feeling it, unfortunately, for that one. So can't really say much on that. But yeah. And say really about it aside from the games that were already poured over to oh, which that I think you would know. Yeah.
Microsoft Gaming Night. Yo, what's going on? So, I mean, two questions before we close out. Why don't you have a Switch? And w- are you going to get one?
Wow. uh, man. Um, say I didn't get one because not only have they said it, they've also they've also pretty much just kind of proved it to really not be a direct successor to EU, especially with the fact that it's a single screen only sort of experience.
Right.
um, and just getting used to playing dual screen on the Wii U, that's yeah, I can't. um, I can't really say that's um
So you must have
that's
really
something.
liked the DS. You must have really liked that shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
um, and not only that, but even if it was going to, I guess, in a way, be more of a standalone console that could stand on its own, I guess the games there wasn't enough of it that I guess compared well um, to what I played on Wii U. Yeah. Um,
I feel
uh,
like they had something to prove on the Wii U because of the nature of what it was console wise. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So they had a lot to prove. They had a lot to really kind of lean into the gimmicks, I guess, for lack of a better term. And when they had like the Switch, it was very like the Switch has the haptic feedback. They don't even fucking use that anymore, really. You know what I mean? It's like they did it for the 1-2 Switch game or whatever the fuck it's called, and then they was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? The Joy Cons, they're like, these are not really good controllers, but here's another controller you could buy. You know what I mean? That's a traditional controller. And it's just they're just regular games. Like Animal Crossing could have easily been done on, and probably a little better on the Wii U. You know, it's not doing anything crazy graphically, so it could have easily been done. Splatoon was pretty cool. You know, you had the I played that one on a Wii U, and they utilized that whole controller. I mean, I get it. The market is going to market. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that people don't want to do anymore. Like I was in love with the Vita, but even I was like, when am I going to ever use this shit? Like I literally forced myself to play the Vita. I forced myself, and it was an excellent console. But I would like the only time I'm going to play the Vita is if I'm doing laundry. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, I had a console with a TV. You know, or if I was in bed and I didn't feel like turning on my TV, like I literally had to find reasons to play it. You know, it's a shame though. It's a shame. You know, but here we are. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're going to talk about it. Yo, if you wanna have a segment on that shit next week, you like I don't want to force you or kind of coerce you to be like, oh, we're going to keep doing this. You know, if you can join in, you can. I'm going to come up with the subject regardless if you come there or not. I think is a good subject on what these companies have to. Hey guys, I got a shoot coming up here 3 a.m. in England. Top of the morning to you, man. Need my beauty sleep. Good chats. Catch up with you next week. Stay safe, man. All right, man. Yeah, we're about to wrap this up. Yeah, so I mean, I know how people are when it comes to like podcasts. They're like, man, you keep asking me to come here, man. I only wanted to just talk about that and leave. You know what I mean? But yeah. Uh uh Dragon, don't go anywhere just yet, man. Hold on for a minute. But I'm gonna wrap up the show. Thank you guys, all of you guys, for coming here. Umar, Marco, King Push, if you're still in there, Azizel, Chariot, Quality Gaming,